welcome to Stream Gamers. Oh, now you can come closer. Tenji was just sneaking around in the background, keeping his distance, keeping his safe distance, and I'm like, oh, I can't pet you, you're too far away. And as soon as I say hello, he's like, oh, actually, you know what? Actually, I can come here and you can pet me. Okay, I see how it is. I understand your intentions. Young man. Do 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 do. Ooh, do 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 do. Is I think I read that right. I think I felt that. In the wah. Very nice. He gets little head pats because he's close by. Hello gamers, welcome to stream. Hello everybody. Hi Angel. Hi Corruption. I'm doing great. Also Warren, I love that you got an Olive Garden ad. We also don't have those. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 99% sure that we do not have Olive Gardens well, definitely not in my city, but probably not in Germany at all. I don't know. I've never seen one. Doesn't seem like something that would be around. Maybe it is. I don't know. So that's very funny. That is quite entertaining. I love getting ads. When I use like a VPN, I love getting the ads that you use when you get when you use a VPN, because I will get like the weirdest American ads if I'm like, you know, connected to a VPN in America or something. It's very entertaining. I do enjoy it a lot. It's quite funny. Perfect. We love to see it. Welcome back to stream. Today is art day. Once again, we're gonna do drawing. Not that I don't draw like every day, but you know, we're gonna do specific art for our project that's been ongoing for a long time. This is part, what, 8? I think it's part 8. Oh my god. I don't know how many parts we're gonna have of this, because I keep saying, oh, I will do some off-screen, and then I don't, because I do a lot of other stuff off-screen that is not this. Although, if I look at the overview, we're getting somewhere. We are making progress, so it doesn't really matter. This is also one of the reasons, actually, why I chose this show specifically, because this show is not, like, there's 2 seasons out, but it's not currently airing, and it's not gonna, like, and a 3rd season is coming, but like way in the future probably. Like, I would assume it's like a year at least away, if not more. So it's a good show to do a project like that for, because that means you can take your sweet ass time. Like, nobody's like on the edge of their seat waiting for this, because, you know, it's not currently airing. There's not currently a hype about it specifically, and there will be another hype around the show once season 3 releases, you know. Oh, you got Temu. Oh boy. Only the best ads before your streams. Ugh. Fucking Temu, dude. I hate these fucking companies that shill like their weird, broken, cheap garbage. Wish too. I could never get on board with that. I don't know anybody who like seriously shops at Wish or Temu. Now, I have made purchases at AliExpress before, so I don't know how much better that is. Not much, I'm assuming. But, like, you never know with those sorts of sites, and you shouldn't use them. I mean, everybody knows that, I'm pretty certain. So I'm gonna bring you over into the art screen in a second. I will show you some of the art that I've been making off stream as well, because, well, it's here, it's on my iPad, and not everybody has Twitter where I post, and soon maybe nobody will have Twitter, and I'm really worried about it. I fucking love posting my art on Twitter, you know? What if soon there is no more Twitter? Where the fuck am I gonna post my art? I'm trying to get back into Instagram, but oh boy, everything about the user interface of Instagram is off-putting, because it doesn't have a good desktop version, I think. If Instagram had a desktop version that I didn't, like, heavily dislike, and I don't know how they would be able to fix it, because they do. You can access Instagram via your desktop. You can do that, but it just doesn't feel very good is the thing. But I don't know how they would fix it, because just the way that the platform works, I feel like they wouldn't fix it. So I don't know. I'm gonna zoom in on the Tench. Zoom in on the top left Tench. I'm never removing this picture. I don't know why. There he is. The boy. I should remove this picture at some point, but I keep forgetting, so it doesn't happen. Warren says I had a lot of Temu ads before. Like, an insane lot. Damn, still get a few, but less in intensity. Maybe they stopped their advertising campaign a little bit. I don't know. Hiya, Privyet Crow. Did you miss much? No. I'm just rambling about things. I don't even remember. I do not even remember. Tenchi's fur looks very smooth. It is very smooth. Tenchi has like the best natural fur because like we honestly doesn't require maintenance much at all. He's super chill about his fur. It just grows. It stays the same length. It doesn't get long and you don't need to cut it. It's super shiny. It's very soft. Very good fur. Would recommend. Would recommend getting yourself a dog that just doesn't require that much maintenance. Because he also hates maintenance. He is vehemently against maintenance unless he is the one doing the maintenance on himself. Of course, he takes great care of that. He's much like a cat. In that case, once again, much like a cat. Very feline. Tenchi, do you have to tell me something? Are you actually a cat in disguise? I have my hand on his back once more because he is here next to my chair. Little guy. Little guy. In other news, it's cold again. Today it is cold again. I don't like the cold. Every time when it's like summer, I'm like, I can't wait for winter. Finally, it'll be colder. It'll be so much better. And then it's colder. And I'm like, actually, what the fuck is up with the temperatures though? Jesus Christ. Okay, today 13 degrees maximum, -1 degree minimum. Tomorrow, 18 degrees maximum. That's a good temperature, but also rain, apparently. Okay. I love just giving you the weather. Like, if I am a newscaster. I'm a true newscaster because I do hit you with, and now the weather. It's okay, it's interesting. The weather does impact our daily lives. I understand why people talk about it. If you want to go outside, you gotta know what the weather is gonna be like because you gotta dress yourself. It makes sense to talk about a little bit. Crow says, I love how much this picture looks like something from the 90s, / early 2000s. It does. I mean, those bedsheets are that old. Like the bedding stuff, that is really old. So that makes sense. And also it's taken with a flash. And all the pictures back in the day were taken with like cameras that had the flash on it always. It's supposed to be 18 degrees Celsius right now, but it doesn't feel like it. Does it feel hotter or colder? I feel like 18 degrees Celsius is the perfect temperature though. But if it's gonna rain tomorrow, it's gonna feel colder and more shitty anyway. So not a true success. Honestly, not a true success. We cannot bask in the glory of the 18 degrees tomorrow if it will be raining. But also, to keep on topic with the weather, the rain forecast is really shitty. You don't really know. It says, oh, it'll rain, 50-50 chance that it actually does, honestly. Predicting rain seems to be very hard. No. Hello, Caliban. Welcome to stream. I will show you art, and then we will make some art, and then we will cry. Can't wait for the weather being constantly over 40 degrees, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. It's like no changes anymore. It's just boiling the entire time. Are we doing aujourd'hui? Oh, we are still in French mode. Let's go. Very good. We are gonna get back into French mode. I mean, have I ever left? I'm doing très bien aujourd'hui. Merci beaucoup. Yesterday, I saw a film together with my friend, Calix, and we watched... Wait, I can pull up the movie poster. We have some time to chit-chat. It's literally in the description of... Well, not in the description of the stream, but on the schedule. It says chit-chat. We saw a film yesterday. I wanted to show you the poster of the film, because, I don't know, that makes for a more dramatic reveal. Maybe you've heard of it. It's pretty... People were talking about it a while ago. I don't know. I'm still thinking about my opinion on it. I've already rated it on Letterboxd, but, like, still thinking about my opinion on it. This image is way too big, by the way. Thank you for that. God. Can you guess what the film is? Oh my god, it's a little grabby hands. Wow. Wow, a grabby hand. Ain't no way. Wow, grabby hand. Do you know this? Have you heard about this? It's Talk to Me. It's a horror film. It's fun. Servus. Servus and moin. Servus and moin. We watched Talk to Me. It's a A24 Pictures as well. I didn't know. It looks like horror. It is horror. I like horror films, but in a sort of love-hate sort of way. Like, I like to watch them, but I don't think they're super good necessarily. Talk to the hand. talk to the hand. I mean, truly. Truly. Oh no, entendu. What was entendu again? Not your vibe? Okay, I see. This one was very gory at parts. It was good, but also, like, every single character in the film, aside from, like, 1 or 2-ish, maybe, were super, like, hateable. And I don't think that's great for a horror movie. I don't know if this is just me and Calix's opinions, Calix and my opinions, but we hated everyone. They were all such like idiots, and yeah, it makes sense. They're like teenagers and stuff. Teenagers are idiots, and it's all like, it's also a drug metaphor, so you know, people are idiots when, you know, it's about drugs, I guess. But they were just so fucking dumb. They kept making the dumbest decisions possible, and they were so like unlikable. Like, when spoilers, question mark, like, okay, let's just say when a bad, not really spoilers, when a bad thing happened to one of the characters at some point, multiple times in the film, we were like, yeah, that's deserved, yeah, that's pretty deserved, honestly, yes, this makes sense, this, yeah, makes sense that this happened, good thing that that happened, yeah, fuck you, basically. I watched Hereditary too. I watched Hereditary as well. This one also doesn't have jump scares in like the traditional sense. There is sudden movements and sudden, but no like inserted sudden images or like anything that wouldn't happen naturally in the film, I guess. So it's good. It's good on a like a filmmaking standpoint, but, and also makeup and everything, makeup, special effects, that sort of stuff. The gore was very well done, looked very gory, you know, it's nice, I like that. But the characters, God, I fucking hated the characters. So, Caliban says, I remember watching Mirrors. That's the last horror movie I've seen, I believe. When did you watch that? How long ago was that? I watch horror sometimes. I had a long phase, I guess, where me and my mom would watch like a horror movie every night for a while. Oh, that was 2008, holy shit. Have I watched The Oldest View? No, I have not. Because we watched like, I don't think at least, I'm Googling it, maybe I remember it, because we just watched whatever is... Oh, is that a YouTube thing? Is that a YouTube video? I guess it must be, or is it a film? Oh no, I think it's a YouTube video. Oh, interesting. Or well, like a YouTube collection thing. I don't know. Yes, that looks interesting. I'll keep this tab open and maybe I'll watch it later then. I'll be reminded of that. Yeah, we just watched like a lot of shitty horror movies from Netflix, honestly, because horror movies do love to be shitty. Very often they're very shitty. This one wasn't shitty. We just hated the characters. It's a 3-parter. Yeah, I saw one video that was like part 1, 2, 3. So that's cool. I wonder if I've seen anybody talk about it before, but maybe not. Maybe not. I'll check it out. I also really like channels that just tell you, hey, this creepy thing exists, and now we're gonna analyze it. Like everybody does. Bye-bye. I wish to remove this file. Yes, goodbye, hand. That's also where that one song is from. I think. Like, they definitely used it in there. I don't know if they wrote the song for the movie. I can't sing it because it doesn't have lyrics, but it's like, it's Du Monde. I don't think I can do the melody, actually. Du Monde, very nice. If you want to look it up, it's French. No words in it, or very little words in it. I think it sampled some Edith Piaf, I think. Piaf? Is that how you even say it? I don't know. Caliban says, I like some monster horror movies which are often more action thriller suspense. Suspense? Yes, that's a tangent. But yesterday I was writing something on Google Docs and I wrote, God, I don't remember, realization or something like that. Realizing, I think, or something, some word. I wrote some word and it corrected it, and I was like, huh? I'm pretty sure that's how it's spelled. And then I checked, and fucking Google Docs, every time I open a new Google Docs file, it's in fucking British. Leave me alone. I have to go manually change it from British English to American English every single time. So fucking annoying. But yeah, monster movies and like action thriller suspense is not really my cup of tea for the most part, but I can see the appeal. I can see the appeal for sure. Like, suspense is definitely good, but action type shit, I don't know. Sometimes I watch it. I haven't watched a lot of movies in the past few months. I don't know. I do know why. I'm lying to you. I do know why. It's because I watch 7 million streamers every single day. Yeah, when the fuck am I gonna watch a movie? I'm watching the fucking QSMP every day. Like, I don't have time. British greater than American. No, I don't agree, neighbor. I don't agree. I've adjusted my brain more to the American spelling of stuff. And you gotta be consistent, because otherwise it's weird. It makes sense that somebody who's learning English as a second language wouldn't be consistent in their spelling and like mix British English spelling with American English spelling. But you would like to avoid that in your writing. So it's good practice, even if you do just whatever type of writing that is very like nobody is ever gonna see this. It's still good to keep with the practice of doing that anyway, so that you don't forget. Suspense. Are the pens suspicious? I sure hope they're not, because I just charged my pen. Crow says my school taught us British English while I knew American. Yeah, I think the first... I don't actually remember. It's been too long. I don't know. Maybe the first school that I went to, or like in the beginning they taught us British English, and then definitely later on we in the other school we had a teacher who was from Minnesota, so I'm 1,000,000% certain that he taught us American English, because what else would he? He's from Minnesota. Do I prefer chips or fries? To say about my French fries? I say French fries. I find it odd when they're called chips, because chips are chips. It's a different thing, and chips are chips in German too, so like it's easy, you know? Crow says I clashed about the pronunciation a few times with my English teacher. Aw, that's a bad sign for an English teacher though. The English teacher should be like, yes, this is a different way of pronouncing the thing. Either, both are good. Tomato, tomato, you know, they're both fine. They should be able to see that, like, yeah, this isn't what I taught you specifically, but it's still correct. They should know. Caliban says, because I read a lot, I often write eyes instead of eyes in endings, because most books are in American English. Yeah, but I'm quite consistent with OU in color. Yeah, honestly, that's kind of the situation. That was the eyes thing. The eyes thing was the problem that I saw. Neighbor is one of those words where I'm like, I want to write it with OU all the time. But color, I think I always write color without the OU. It doesn't really matter, does it? But that was something that I thought about yesterday, amongst many other things. So, you know. Do you want to see some art, gamers? Of course you do. That's in the title of the stream. The title of these streams are so hard to make, because I have very little space to change anything about it if I want to keep it like consistent, and I do. So I just changed the first word a little bit, and the first word cannot be very much longer than paint. So, you know. It's fine, though. It's fine. I wish to go to the screen that I need to go to. It's you. It's you. And it's not here at the moment. Booting this up earlier, somehow it always manages to forget that I want the thing to capture that's supposed to be capturing. Hello, you were capturing earlier. What happened to you, my friend? Oh, there you are. See, it's not a problem. Okay. This is the top of my Procreate. You see, I've been busy a bit. Yeah, that's where we stopped, thereabouts. You might see, I've been busy doing QSMP fan art, as always. I mean, I already talked about the Disco Elysium ones, basically, and there's a lot of lore going on. There's a lot of lore going on with a lot of characters, and there's a lot of good art to be made. And I could never make as much art as I have ideas for when I watch that fucking those streamers, because it's simply too much. But there we go. More singing from Zecke today. Yes, it's true. Although it'll be that one song and only that. You cannot be too sure about it, because sometimes we get other songs in there and then they don't leave and then they're just there. So I did a little thing. I did this thing. This is lore related between these two siblings, because they found each other again. It's basically like hugging each other. I mean, you can see this. I don't know why I'm explaining this to you so much. Hugging each other, but the other one is missing space. This is inspired by a fan art I saw of Joker from Persona 5 and Akechi from Persona 5, but that fan art was inspired by the movie poster for The Lobster. So I guess it's both. So these two are actually twins, turns out. They are actually twins in Minecraft, not in real life. But they got separated 15 years ago. And he has metaphorical blood on his hands, so of course he has actual blood on his hands when I draw him. This is legally required. The Lobster is a movie. I think it's called The Lobster, unless I'm wrong, which happens. The one with the British man. Yeah, I think. I haven't seen it, so I think so, yes. My phone. I also tried a different color variant, but I like the dark one better because I drew the colors on the dark one. Although the light one gives a nice amount of contrast. Maybe that would have been nice as well. But you know, I went with the dark blue. I like this dark blue. I think this is exactly the same dark blue, warm dark blue that I choose for the bear backgrounds as well. I'm pretty sure. You need to watch it. It's crazy. I do. I need to watch so many movies, but as you know, I'm watching 7 million streamers. It's tough, you know. It's tough. And then we have our Disco Elysium portraits, which I've already shown you. These two are my favorite, though. Like, look at her! It's Bagheera! She's so cute. And it's Etoile, of course. He has way too many details, but, you know, it looks good. Looks good, though. Lobster, a Jordan Peterson production. No. Nar. Colin Farrell is the name of the man. You figured out the name of the man. And this is when I still did my prompts. Can you believe it? This was Revolution? Riot. It was Riot. We're behind a few days on the prompts. I wanted to do it yesterday, but then I was at movie night until literally midnight, and then I walked home and didn't do much else aside from some writing because I was inspired and couldn't help myself. I have so many prompts to catch up on, and I don't know if I will. I can just make them real quick. They don't have to be super. I mean, this didn't take long either. I could go into the metadata and see how long this took. I could do a quick one like that, you know, black and white ones. But can you open it up? Thank you. Canvas information, please. I love that I don't sign my name on these. It's honestly very good for streaming. Yeah, it's 14 minutes, you know. It doesn't... I could do 4 in an hour. That would be doable. But, you know, looks like Berlin. Let's go. I don't know. It was inspired by nothing in particular, honestly. Also, I forgot. I wanted to paint more people in the background, like a crowd of people or like slightly in the foreground or something, but I didn't. So there aren't any. Sometimes that happens. I wanted to go to the thing. The thing is not here. The thing is on my phone. 1 second. In Artober, in our Discord, which you can find in the description down below, there's a prompt list, and I'm missing Abyss, Self, Afterlife, and Broken. And today is Broken. Okay. Abyss, Self, Afterlife, and Broken. What fucking prompts, huh? Amazing prompts. I mean, like, I feel like for Self, I could obviously do a self-portrait, but can't really post that online necessarily. I would say you do nothing but draw / paint off stream, but remembering how quick you draw, you probably have enough time besides. I do draw a lot, but I do also go pretty quickly, so you are right about that. Here's the France illustration. Here's, by the way, once it loads and I can swipe again. It's a little slow today, iPad. Are you okay? Yes, you are. Here's an Etoile illustration that I've never posted because I found it too cutesy. It was supposed to be cutesy. Like, that was the goal. I wanted to make it very stylized, especially with, like, the eyes and everything, and make it very cutesy. But then I was like, this is too cutesy. I don't post that, so I didn't. But I still like it. I just feel like it kind of... I don't know. It looks pretty similar to this, but somehow it has a different vibe. Than all of the other QSMP illustrations, I guess, so I didn't want to post it necessarily. Another one that I didn't post or finish is this one, where he's just sitting on the moon. Well, the moon, in quotation marks, it's not the moon, it's the moon. I like the French Zecke. Me too. The vibes are real good on this one. I wonder how long it took for this one. I don't think it took very long, but I don't know. I clicked on it, well, tapped on it, but maybe it didn't register. Thank you, canvas information. 41 minutes. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, head hurty, I'm quieter than usual, but still here. I know, don't worry about it. You got this. And then the rest you already know. Do you know this comic? I made a little comic. I think I showed you this, maybe. Because he got injured, killed technically in game, but like, you know, injured because the character didn't die, and he's like coming home and he's taking off the fucking clothes that got stabbed in earlier pictures you've seen. He's like, this sucks. I mean, in French, because he's French. And they all had children, kind of. They weren't like real children, but sort of. They were like adoptive children given to them from the people on the island. Don't worry about the details. I mean, the QSMP lore is confusing. But the children are gone currently, so I made this sad and about that. He's like, if you were here, you'd say something funny and it would suck a little less. And it's sad. And I'm glad to make things sad, because I enjoy that. Yeah, there he got stabbed, and I think the rest I already showed you. I always scroll with great caution, because you never know. If you scroll too far, there might be a semi-realistic self-portrait. It could happen. Could always happen. I do in fact do those. Is my cursor on screen? Yeah. Why the fuck is my cursor on screen? I'm like, I feel like my cursor is on screen. It is. I didn't know it could do that, because it's a game capture. I wasn't aware that it could do that. Would it do that if I tab out as well? No. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. So look, you see, I'm pointing. Also, I don't know if you ever looked closer at this cursor. It's like a weird pink tick, obviously. I made this one night, randomly, on a whim. Didn't think about it much, installed it, and never uninstalled it. Like, it just is there now. I don't usually think about it. It's just in the back of my mind. But it is kind of goofy. It's kind of goofy, ah. Anyway, I just wanted to click on it with my fucking cursor. We need to go back into our project. Look, there's so many slides in here already. You really like the cursor? Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, it has vibes. It's very funky. Every time I like think about it, I'm like, yes, this does exist. It does tie things together, doesn't it? I wonder if it would feel very different if I were to go back to like a normal cursor. Anyway, we are here. We're drawing the bear to the song "Ready to Let Go" from Cage the Elephant. I have a couple of these these slides. They're not slides. I don't know. Frames. Frames is correct. Frames is definitely correct. Some of these frames I'm like, okay, I would like to retouch these. I think it's like two. There's like two that I would like to work on again, probably. But we're just moving forward now. We can do touch-ups later. It makes way more sense to do touch-ups at the very end, because then we can just touch up everything at the end, basically, in one go, and that'll unify it more, which is the whole point. The reason why it's not so unified is the long breaks between working on it, obviously. Do you have a deadline on this? No, not at all. I do not have a deadline for this specific thing at all. So that's nice. That's chill. Caliban says, I mean, it fits well. I don't like the tick shape in general because I always have to think of removing ticks from dogs, which is one of my least favorite things to do. Yeah, I also don't like it, but I kind of do like it a little bit because I'm the best at doing it. My mom is not as good at removing ticks from Tenchi as I am. This year, however, Tenchi didn't have a single tick. I don't know how he managed to do that, but good on him. Good on the little guy, I suppose. So, yes. I mean, choosing to represent yourself with a tick, visually a challenge. Anyway, it's visually a challenge no matter how you like turn it. But you gotta go with the symbolism. Gotta abstract it a little bit. I mean, they're everywhere, right? They're everywhere. So we're gonna go back through, look back at what we've made so far, and then today we're going to draw 2 more scenery shots. Then there would be a Carmi portrait. Then there would be a still life, technically. He's holding his phone, would be another thing. Then there would be a Michael portrait, which is extremely challenging because I've never drawn that man, not even looked at that man a lot. And then there would be Michael holding a phone. I don't think we'll get through all of those because that's a lot, but that's the plan. I'm using my charm on the ticks, truly. I'm like, hey, buddy. Hi. Some years there's more than others. Yeah. You think you'll be done before December? Want to catch the streams before I start working and don't have time anymore. Would I be done before December? It is October. It's like the middle of October. It really depends if I ever sit down and do some of this work outside of stream. That's a good question. That I don't really have an answer for. I would like to be done before the end of the year, though. I would like to be done before the end of the year, but maybe not before December. I don't know about that. Well, I did not know about that. So, we're going back to the beginning and making our way through. We sung the song yesterday in karaoke as well. So, here's what we have so far. There's a little bit of intro. I haven't made the intro slides yet, but they're gonna be very simple. It's just Show the Bear song Ready to Let Go by Cage the Elephant, made by me. Have to rely on VODs then. VOD watchers rise up. Me and Evan watched a lot of VODs when we were in well, a lot, but we watched some VODs while we were in France at his house too, like while we were doing breakfast and doing other things. They would just play on in the background. Oh, it's pretty nice. It's nice to have someone talking to you at all hours of the day. That's a normal thing to say, right? Okay, anyway. Sun went down over Pompeii. On both sides of I was broken. Oh my, I'm the one trying to hide this damage done. One day, all our secrets will be spoken. As we slow dance, I became your statue frozen. Times I wonder, are we just a puff of smoke? Yeah. Underneath this bed of ashes, still withholding everything like we were never close. I don't really know the timing off the top of my head anymore for the ones that don't have text on it, which is these the ones that don't have characters in it either. But that's a problem for future me, and it's not even a problem because I do have it planned out. I just need to look it up. It's pretty easy. Hi, who's that gamer? Welcome back. Boom, 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 boom. That's like the thump, 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 thump. No words, but it'll be Michael hesitating to call Carmi, which we might draw today, but probably not. So what are we drawing next? Well, I have references. I just need to find them. You don't see my references because they're just for me. We're going to draw the locker room. Yes. End of statement. End of statement. We're going to be drawing the locker room. Also, you can always see that my... Oh, excusez-moi. My palette is constantly evolving and shifting because this is just the only palette that I don't switch out this palette ever. I think the colors on the far right... I don't know what these colors are. I think they were Etoile reference colors for something, actually, that I just wanted to put down. I think that's what that is. Because they were definitely added, and I don't know when exactly. I am not so sure. Okay, wait. You didn't do the background color. I wanted you to be this background color. Why? Okay. Yeah, we have a red. Hello, Wolfie! What's up, gamer? How are you? How are you, gamer? So we're gonna sketch this all in, and then we're gonna draw it, paint it, and then we're gonna do another one. Another interior, actually. First locker room, then office. Locker room is I have a pretty good reference for this locker room. It's well lit, nothing super out of focus. I can tell what everything is. The people that are in this reference picture, because of course there's people in my reference pictures that I'm just removing, they are not too obtrusive. Like they're not in the way very much, which is nice. In the office picture, that is extremely different. I will show you where the people are that I'm removing, but you know, gotta see where everything goes. I'm making ramen with boiled egg and pork belly for lunch. That sounds very nice. You make a lot of ramen. I bet you're very good at it now. This has a perspective. Oh my god, no way! They made perspective happen in these shots. No way. There's like a fridge thing here? I would assume it's a fridge. I'm not sure. Sort of, kind of fridge thing. Fridge. That sounds very tasty. That sounds good. This is also sort of perspective. There's something on the wall. There's a sink. There's a sink here. Sink. How much space would they have? There's the locker about here. It's like sort of like that. God, doing the first drawing of the day, sometimes I'm in it, and sometimes I still have to warm up a little bit. But I warm up while doing it, so it doesn't matter too much. Yesterday I walked home at midnight, and I could really compare the difference of vibe between my city and Evan's city. Very, very different vibes. Our city dies as soon as it's like dark outside. There's nothing going on anymore. I mean, truly, what would somebody even be doing when it's dark outside? There's no reason. Oh, this does not go to the very bottom, by the way. You can see. There's the little legs of the thing. Looking great, looking good. Yeah, watch and hookah. There's nothing's happening anymore. Like the walkways, they're being retracted into the sidewalks are being retracted into the buildings. There's there's nothing happening anymore. They do turn the fucking street lights off. Not all of them, but most of them are turned off at like I was walking home at like midnight to 1 a.m. ish. So that's nice. Yes, Tenji! Speak your mind! Habla! That's apparently slang. Speak, you know? Like, go off, king. Habla. But I forget king. I don't know what king means in Spanish and or Portuguese anymore. Oh well. You prefer nights with or without people around? That's a good question. I think Without feels nice. Without feels nice because like you're just alone. You're very unbothered, you know, at least in my city I feel very unbothered. If I was in a different city, I might be worried that something is happening because nobody's there. It's like, why the fuck is nobody here? But I know it's very normal for here that nobody is around. But I do like big city vibes in general. Like when the city's still alive at night, it's kind of nice. I'm a little split on the issue. I know what Evan prefers. Evan prefers there not to be people around. Very envious of me walking through my little apocalypse town. Even though, in fact, it was not an apocalypse. It just is like that. You know. You finished Persona 3 Portable last night. That game broke me emotionally with its ending. Is Persona 3 Portable the same story as Persona 3? I mean, I would assume. It's just a portable version of Persona 3, yes? Because then I will be playing that at some point too. God, things are not quite correct with like size and positioning. Which, of course, they're gonna be a little bit different, and that is fine, but, you know. You know, and this is like, that's where the room ends, that's the floor. There was a floor. There was floor, you're coming back. There's something on top of here, but I don't know what it is. Oh no, there is something in this image that I cannot identify, but it doesn't really matter. And there's the wall. There's a little line for some reason. And in the reference image, there's Carmi. And there's Sydney. But they're not here now. They're gone. Because I'm erasing them from this image. Because they have no business being here. How big do we make these lines? I think this is about right. Maybe a tiny bit smaller? Oh, thereabouts. Would be... You know what I would also like? You can have like swatches, right? I would like to have something like swatches, but for the exact size of your pen, because even in the percentages, yeah, you could just remember the percentages. Maybe it says a little plus next to this thing. Maybe there is a way to do this, and I just don't know how to do this. That's very likely, actually, but I feel like that would be useful to remember exactly what size you use for which things. Now that I'm speaking about it, I'm like, I bet that exists. I bet that's a feature that I just once again do not know about, because I don't know about any of the features of this program. But that sounds like it's hardly my problem, is it? I feel like I should make them a bit bigger. What do the others look like? What is a swatch? A swatch of colors like in little... yeah, they are pretty thick, aren't they? The outlines are pretty thick. A swatch for colors, like an example thing of a color. In this case, it's like this little palette thing. At least I call them that. I think I use it correctly. I know for makeup... products, people say swatch as well for the examples. Like, you can swatch makeup on your skin in order to see how it will look like on your skin. Evidently. Gotta trim that down a little bit. So this one peeks over a little bit. So I think you can use it for both. But that's just how I've been using it. You ever use language wrong? This is unrelated to the swatch thing, but just piggybacking off of that. You ever just use language wrong and then find out way later and you're like, oh, okay, I will try to change this now. Because, oh boy, I sure do that a bunch. That happens sometimes to me. I think the word prerogative is always on my mind. And I always think it's wrong. I always think the meaning is something else than it actually is. Let me look it up again, what the fuck the meaning of prerogative is. Because never. Of course, Caliban, never. Oh, always, yes. Learning languages, let's go. But probably even German. I think I haven't looked it up yet. I think prerogative was a duty, basically. Like a thing that you have to do. That is like that's our prerogative. We have to do this, that, the other, I think. But I mixed it up with privilege. That it means something like privilege. Or it's the opposite way around. It's one of the two. Let me look up prerogative. Ah, see, it's the other way around. Fuck me, dude. Fuck me. a right or privilege exclusive to a particular individual or class. See, I always remember it the wrong way around. Even when I know that I mixed this word up, but I don't know from which direction I mix it up into which direction anymore. It's a problem. I mean, you can just use privilege instead or use duty instead. But I know the word prerogative and I want to use it, but I keep mixing up what the meaning is. What a problem, huh? It is privilege. It's not obligation or something like that. Well, good to know. I say as though I didn't already know this but kept mixing it up anyway. This is a very weird little fridge thing, but I like the details on it, so I think they will add a lot when it comes to the finished piece. Very nice, very nice. Lots of lines, lots of straight-ish lines. Fucking prerogative. So sad. Also, I finally removed, I think maybe I did this on stream, then I don't have to tell you, but finally removed the smudge feature. Now when I use my finger, it's just a line. I would like my finger to just do nothing on the page, like drawing-wise actually, but I don't know how to do that. I'm sure there must be a setting for that. I just turned off that it smudges, which, you know, because that's something you don't notice, but I think you can also maybe not notice the line drawing sometimes, so that's no good either. Your finger painting? Not right now. No, not right now. This is the pen, and this is the finger. You see the difference? No, I'm not finger painting right now because finger painting has no pressure sensitivity for obvious reasons. I mean, you could, I don't know, feel like you could implement that, but it doesn't. I am not finger painting right now. That would, some people do finger paint on Procreate, and more power to them. Don't know why you would voluntarily do that, but if you have to, you know, if you have to make do with what you got, I commend you. I don't command you, I commend you. There's like a line here, this line goes there. Very different. It's like a Persona 5 Royal is getting removed at the end of the month. So if you want to show off your New Game Plus content, you got until the 31st. Oh, damn, I didn't even do New Game Plus yet at all. It's getting removed, really? What a bummer. What a bummer. I don't have time. At least I haven't found... No, I legitimately do not have time to do New Game Plus, I think. Because otherwise I would have already done it. That's a bummer. That's the thing with Xbox Game Pass. Like, you are playing games on borrowed time. And emotionally, that can be a little bit weird, but in practicality, I think it's not a problem, actually. Like, yeah. I probably would not have booted the game back up again. I think. But I did like having the possibility to do so. So, that's a thing. There's, like, dishes in here, I think. Something like that. Fucking Game Pass. There's like a tube of fluorescent lighting and more lines that definitely mean things, but I don't know. I can tell you what New Game Plus content is if you want. I mean, I heard a bit about it. Caliban says, I have so many games in my library that I still need to play. I mean, that too. There's a lot of games. There's so many games out there. I also have games in my Steam library that I haven't played yet at all, which is a shame. Should get on that. I mean, one of them is gonna get played this month. I still need to buy Ace Attorney, by the way. I still haven't even done that yet. That's tomorrow. I'm playing Ace Attorney tomorrow, and I have not yet purchased the game because, I mean, I know where to purchase. It's not a long process. It doesn't take a long time. It's a quick thing to do. I still do, in fact, need to do that, though. There's the door. This is like an open door, which technically doesn't really make that much sense, since the door is open because Carmi is opening the door, and Carmi will not be in this picture, because I'm removing him from this picture, but I'll keep the door open. Also, actually, I think this would end quite a bit further up. Yeah, it ends a bit further up, so not quite a bit, but a bit. Look, this is what I meant by quite a bit. Ace Attorney is on Game Pass. Oh, thank God that I haven't bought it yet. Then I can just play it on Game Pass. Objection! Hold it! I'm booting up the Xbox thing right now. I haven't been in there in a good while. I hope it Doesn't need me to verify anything. Move to the side. I still want to see my reference. You are... Oh yeah, it says leaving Game Pass soon for Persona 5. That makes sense. Ace Attorney. Ace... Well, that would be great, because I love not spending money. That's my favorite thing to do, actually. They are! They are! Thank you for telling me. Oh my god, I totally forgot to check. Fucking Game Pass. Hell yeah, let's go! Let's go! Is this... No, when does this came... Well, probably... It's probably been here for a while, no? Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trilogy is on Game Pass. Well, fuck yeah, baby. Let's actually go. EA, leave me alone. Don't talk to me. Don't address me. Betting on Zecke downloading the game for 1 hour in tomorrow's stream. No, I always download beforehand. It doesn't... My internet's pretty fast. We have like the fastest... I think I did the perspective on this thing like criminally wrong, by the way, in the sketch. So we can fix that. It's more like this. For obvious reasons, it aligns way better with those lines. I don't know what I was thinking. Nothing, probably. My internet's pretty fast. Fastest in the city. So I download before I stream. I do download on the day off quite often, which is probably not a good habit to have, but you know, it's fine. It's okay. When I played Roller Coaster Tycoon, I downloaded both of those on the day of playing them as well. No probs. It got added around the beginning of this month. Oh, okay. Well, then it makes sense. I think I checked earlier then. Because I thought I did check it, but I don't know. It was a while ago. Because I thought about playing that game for a while. Since my friend keeps recommending it to me. And I like my friends. And I think they have good taste, so... That's a big reason as to why I wanted to try it out. Yeah, this is basically... This clips a little bit, which I don't like in art, but happens in reality sometimes. It's okay, though. It's okay. It's okay. Game has 2 terrible... It doesn't. It doesn't. I'm sure it doesn't. I'm sure it doesn't. Even if it's a trilogy. It's fucking old as shit. Imagine though. At least it's not an MMORPG. God, I remember having worse internet and trying to download MMORPGs. Not my favorite time spent at the computer. And by at the computer, I of course mean away from the computer, because I was waiting for, I think, literally like 10 hours to get a game to download. Fucking MMOs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, wait, it's 4. Is it 4? It's so weird to count. It's 5 things, but it's 4 lines. Okay, well then it's like that, I guess. Yeah, sort of like that. Whoop whoop. It's a little window. Boop boop. Boop boop. So Sydney would be standing right here. Hello, it's me. I am Sydney. But she's not. They're really perfectly standing in this reference image that they're not in the way of anything. Absolutely great. Thank you. The artist thanks you greatly for your contributions to the process. God, I can't wait for it to be about this time next month. November 22nd, baby. I am looking forward to November 22nd. Gamers, once November 22nd hits, you might not hear from me ever again. Because that is when Procreate Dreams comes out, the animation software from Procreate. And I have plans. But also, it's a 50-50 chance that I will try to do my plans, get frustrated, and stop. But I think... Actually, it's not 50-50. I think the chances are a little bit greater that I will fuck with the animation software and persevere and make my animation. I've made animation before in fucking Blender Grease Pencil. I've dealt with this, you know? I'm fine. I'll be fine. Since I really want to do it, I think I'll have the motivation to do so. The sink is honestly, like, up here. Wait, there's a little basin below that, though. Like this, kind of. Procreate Dreams, gamers. And November 17th is what Wolfie is excited for, because that Scott Pilgrim takes off, and Persona 5 Tactica. Let's go. The new animated series for Scott Pilgrim, right? I watched a movie back in the day at some point. I remember vaguely watching the movie. I wasn't like super impressed by it, so I'm not too hyped for the new animation thing to come out, but hell yeah, let's absolutely go. I'm glad for anybody who is hyped. I love I love when people are hyped about things. It's great. It's good fun. Meanwhile, I am hyped about block people because, of course, yes, I want to make an étoile animation. Étoile! As always. Did you know? Yeah, okay. Oh, you did ask. Oh, great. Wonderful. That's amazing. See? So I'm not just rambling. I'm actually answering questions. Very professional. I want to make an animation of my little green guy from the block game fighting the big bads. Well, actually, in the new lore, they're not bad, but some of them were. They were corrupt. It doesn't matter. The lore does not matter. I want to draw the guy swinging a big scythe around and doing cool fighting stuff. Because of course I do. Of course I do. Because yeah, for a time he fought, two different words. For a time he fought with a scythe, and I think that's about the coolest thing that you can use as a weapon. Although maybe in reality a little impractical, but this is not reality, this is Minecraft. So he had a big scythe, and I want to draw him wielding the big scythe. I have a genius idea, actually. Still haven't done that in my, like, thinking process. But I have an idea to look up fight scenes from Soul Eater and see if I can get inspired by their movements. Because I don't know if you know the anime Soul Eater, but Soul Eater, the main character, also wields a giant scythe. And the fight scenes are very, very cool in that anime. It's one of the earliest anime that I watched, I think. Definitely one of my favorites at the time. And I want to get inspired by that scythe movement. Scythes are badass fantasy weapons. Bad arse. Gotta be consistent. True. It's important. Be consistent with your British. Soul Eater is great. It really is. Too bad it didn't end well, because the manga was still ongoing. Is the manga finished? I think it is. I don't know how the manga ended. But that's a little bit of a bummer. I don't know if it ended, actually. I'm just saying that because it's been so long. It's been so long. But Soul Eater was great. I enjoyed my time with it a lot. And the scythe is a wife. The scythe is actually a husbando. Actually. But yes, Soul Eater might actually be the first anime I've watched. Really? Oh, that's a good intro into anime, though. That is very nice. I don't remember the very first anime that I watched. Aside from, like, anime films, like Ghibli films and stuff like that. Might have been, like, Lucky Star or some slice of life stuff like that. I really don't recall. One of the first ones was definitely Lucky Star, though. And Minamike, which is another slice of life thing. I like slice of life a lot, actually. I don't know what the fuck's going on this table. It's construction equipment, I think. I don't know. Do I want to put the... I guess I do. Oh, yeah, I switched it in my head. Yeah. Oh, like the first I watched because I wanted. Yeah, I'm also thinking about that. Yes. The first I watched, like, as a choice that I've made as a human being to seek it out and watch it on somewhere where you can watch it. Something like that. For you, it's Pokemon or Dragon Ball. That makes a lot of sense, yes. Seppo also says the second half of the manga is great, so much better than the anime. 100%. I'm aware of that. I knew about it a little bit. I read it a little bit, but it wasn't finished yet, I think, when I was trying to catch up with it, and then I, did other things and forgot about it, as is so often the case. Sadly. There's, like, lines on the wall, but I don't know if that's because they're currently in construction phase, and they wouldn't be at this point in my animatic necessarily, but it's good, it's fine. Wow, a room. I feel like Caliban says the whole RTL 2 anime stuff, Inuyasha, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dragon Ball, and Dragon Ball Z, Detective Conan, all of that. I never watched anime on television. I know that. I didn't watch most of these very popular shows. I watched some Inuyasha online at some point because I think one of my classmates liked it, and I was like, oh, if you like this, then I should watch it, I suppose. But I didn't finish it at all. Crow says, I think my grandpa, grandma, not the one I complained about, have shown me some Ghibli stuff. Aww. Aww, that's very cute. That is very cute. There's a light switch here, I think. Over here in this little spot. A light switch. Okay. Something like that. Something like that is enough to indicate a light switch. And now we're gonna color this. Well, actually in a second, because there's more lines on this thing. I would like to put the lines on the thing first. Line, a sticker, another line. Another line about here. Yeah, they definitely line up. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And also Spaceballs. They have weird taste. That is very interesting for grandparents to show you, honestly, yeah. Which color did I... Well, I mean, I'll see. RTL 2 formed a generation with its anime. It really did, didn't it? It really did. I hear of a lot of kids that are now adults that watched anime on RTL 2, which was... It's a TV channel. There you go. It's a TV channel in Germany. But I am like 99% sure I never watched it. But others did. And that's how they got introduced to anime. I really don't know how I got introduced to anime. Probably in school. Probably in school, people talking about it. I do remember that I got introduced to Markiplier through people in school talking about him. That was funny. Like, somebody recommended his content to me who I didn't even talk to much at the time. What an interesting thing to do. Like, hey, you, person I barely know at the time. We were, like, friends later, but, you know. At the time, we didn't really talk much. It's like, hey, I think you would enjoy Markiplier. And I mean, I do, so he was right. He was right about that. It's funny to me. Caliban says, I always watched them after school. Later, I watched Ghost in the Shell on MTV at like 10 p.m. or something, which was when I really started to fall in love with anime. To this day, Ghost in the Shell is one of my faves. I've never watched Ghost in the Shell either, actually. I know about it. Did the color change? Am I tripping? No, it didn't change. Okay, I don't know. I might just, in fact, be tripping. Maybe it's the on the red. Yeah, it must be the difference on the red. Wait, are we on the right layer? Yes, we are. Yeah, it is the difference on the red to the difference on the... Not the red. Obviously, this is something I should know, since I put the red there for a reason. I just forgot a little bit, alright? Sometimes you forget a bit, and that's okay. It's just all people talking about it in school. I have friends that love Dragon Ball, Pokemon, One Piece because they watched as children, but claim anime is shit. That is an interesting take. That is an interesting take to have. Like, I'm not currently an anime watcher, as I've confessed many a times. I currently do not watch any anime, but there is obviously absolutely amazing shit out there, and claiming otherwise is willfully ignorant. Honestly. I'm so glad, though, that I've never watched Dragon Ball Z. I feel like I would not fuck with that at all in the slightest. I cannot imagine that could be fun. I know a lot of people really like it, but everything I see about it just tells me that I wouldn't enjoy my time with it at all. So, I don't know. I'm just laying down like a little bit of a base of this color on basically everything, even though when it's going to be shaded, it'll be darker. Because I figured that's a good idea. Basically, all the walls and floor are this weird color, so there we go. This is also kind of this color, sort of. Kind of, sort of. But it's a bit more metallic than that. Well, we'll get to that. Is this the shade color for this? I mean, could be. Has to get a little bit darker than that, but we'll mix it in there. That's alright, that's okay. I feel like I just had a thought and then immediately forgot about that. Or is that too dingy? I feel like it kind of feels too dingy. I don't think I shaded with that color the other time. Sometimes I put colors on here and I don't know where they're even from. Oh yeah, no, that's way more his like hair color than anything. I don't know. You are here. You're very greenish, but I feel like the shadows might be a little bit warmer. They're not that warm, no. Gotta find your shadows. Yeah, maybe this makes sense. I feel like that's very close to the color we had before. But alas, you know, we're going there. Meowdy! Hello, Antir! Hello, Antir, what's up? We are drawing, as always. Drawing, painting, talking about anime, and other things. Sometimes I feel like the things that I'm used to behave differently than how I'm used to them, and that is very weird. Don't like that. Maybe it's more like the shadows here are very dark. I feel like this is a good shadow color, actually. Like, a lot of this is cloaked in shadow. At that tube, DBZ was very entertaining. It was just totally different to the typical cartoons, but nowadays I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But instead of tube, you mean time, I'm sure. I don't know. I just read it how it was. I was like, I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that, but now I do. At that time, yeah. It definitely stood out from other cartoons. I can imagine that. But I wouldn't seek it out now. That makes sense. Yeah, that's good. First time enjoying a drawing / anime stream, I think. Let's go. Normally I end up when it's politics time. It is politics time very often, so that does make sense. Statistically, I think you're pretty likely to end up in politics time. But no, we're in art time today. There may be some politics here, though. Disclaimer, politics can always pop up when you least expect them. This is actually a great color for these things, for the lockers and all the other metallic stuff, which this is also metallic. This is a different sort of color of metallic stuff, so we're gonna have to adjust that later. That's nice. That's nice. That's coming together. Autocorrect does not like me. Oh, I feel that, though. I feel that. I'm getting, every day as a streamer, I'm getting better at predictive text in my head, where I see what I identify to be a typo, and then I figure out what the viewer actually meant. But sometimes you don't know. Gonna keep to art in that case. So regarding art, how's the arting? I clearly know art. You know so much art. The art is arting. Since this is your first time here, we are making a lyric video / animatic thing for a show that I really like that's called The Bear. It's about cooking. Maybe you've seen some of the memes floating around on the internet. Maybe not. Both is very possible. This could be a good color for you as well. Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. And we're currently drawing just interior shots without any people in it and without any lyrics on it, because it's for a certain part of the song where I decided a quick succession of interior shots would be nice. This, of course, means drawing a lot of interior shots. Well, at least 5, you know. Caliban said, I tried rewatching a bit, but the drawn-out fight scenes are so annoying. I bet! That's all that I hear. That's most of what I hear about DBZ these days. You started watching One Piece anime when the live-action Netflix came out, and the early 100 episodes of that are similarly exhausting to watch. Oof, 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 oof. Yet another point why I, in fact, will never, can never, am physically unable to, ever get into One Piece. Aside from, you know, just, I have 7 million streamers to watch. I couldn't possibly also watch One Piece. Wait, there's still memes on the internet? I only go to see things about current events and politics. There's even memes about that. I know, shocker. The memes are everywhere. They've never stopped. Don't let your memes be dreams, or something along those lines. Also, I'm no longer in Belgium. I went through Belgium with my little bus to France, right? And Belgium looked very nice. Belgium was good. From my bus. Did not even step foot in it, because we only parked there for like 10 minutes. But from the 10 minutes that I was in Belgium, I mean, it was a bit longer since we did drive through it, it was pretty nice. So good on you guys. Good on the Belgians. What the fuck's going down here? Nothing. It's just dark. Just darkness. You can't really see much. And then there's like something else that's like a blue-ish color. I don't know. Apparently Goblin Slayer Season 2 dropped this month and I missed it. Oh no, you're out of the loop. You are out of the loop. No, just like me. For real, for real. I also miss everything. Currently our flag means... Excuse me. Our flag means death Season 2 is dropping. And that's something I'm keeping up with, but I don't know. I don't think I'm at the current most recent episode, so in case you're watching that too, no spoilers, please. Thank you. I feel like my pen feels different today, but I don't know why. Maybe that's just a feeling. Maybe that's just me. Belgium has some really nice places. I bet we drove through Brussels. It looked cute. It looked pretty quaint. They have bigger windows than us. Did you know, Caliban? Season 2 of what? Oh, it's called Our Flag Means Death. It's a very cool, it's a very nice show. It's a comedy about pirates, and it's gay. It is incredibly gay. It is not just like, oh, haha, they might be gay. No, it is very much very gay. All the time. Especially season 2. No spoilers for you, of course, in case you do want to go watch it. Very gay, very good. Recommend. It's, yeah, like I said, comedy. It's mainly comedy, but there's some drama in there, and there's a lot of gay. In case I haven't mentioned yet, very important. I mean, that's basically what the show is about at this point. Yeah, okay, this is coming together. Have to look into that, maybe. I would recommend. The episodes are pretty short. Season 1 has, I think, 10 episodes, and they're all less than 30 minutes long, I think, if I remember correctly. Maybe one of them might have been a bit longer, but something along those lines. So definitely easily digestible. Not like One Piece, even though it has pirates too. It's about Blackbeard and Steed Bonnet, the gentleman pirate, and some other characters. A bunch of other characters, actually. All pirates are gay. This is known. This is very known. This is very much known. Oh, you have a picture of your food in food chat. I will... Yeah, okay, I will actually check it out. I have to close my reference picture to do that. But why not? I'm going. Food pics. I'm here. Oh, that does look very nice, yes. Lots of broth. Broth. Okay. I need this, I need that. After some time of internalized homophobia, I really enjoy gay comedy by now. Hell yeah, yes. Some of it is a bit too flamboyant for me, though. I understand. I feel like this one... I mean, Steed Bonnet, the character that I talked about, is the definition of flamboyant. But, like, the humor is very funny aside from the being gay. You know what I mean? I think I know what you are talking about specifically when you're talking about that. Like, it's not... The humor isn't based in the gay. The gay is just extra, basically. I think. I don't know. This is my media review. I should add that on my media thing, on my media docket that I haven't touched in a long time. This bench is very orange in the reference image, but sometimes benches are in fact very orange. Thank you, neighbors from above me, for letting me know that you didn't perish. Did I do any... I'm sure I did that. I'll check the other... Wait. I want to check the other ones. By the way, look, we made a lot of them already, Aunt here. There's a lot of these. Did I paint over any of the lines in these? I feel like I kept the lines a bit more loose, so I didn't really have to. Yeah, I don't think I did. But I do want to paint over some of these here, because I kept the line. The lines are so thick, you know? The humor isn't based? Oh no! That is a problem, of course. Does this look like out of place is the question. Because I like to draw just a thick black line and then put the color in the middle over top. I don't think it looks too out of place. I wanted to do the same thing over here. With you. And a little bit with you as well. I feel like that's an easy way to do lines and colors. I shouldn't go into too much detail for these shots. They're literally on screen for like 10 seconds. There's a very gay Italian-American comedian who I really like. Haven't heard from him in a while, though. Oh, I'm not like... I don't follow, like, any comedians, I feel like. I sometimes see some on TikTok, but I'm not a big comedian enjoyer generally, so I don't think I have any go-to comedians, necessarily. Aside from, of course, my YouTube guys. Some of my YouTube guys are comedians. That can happen. I wanted to take this black back down here, because we do need to shade a little bit. Crow says drag queens are the funniest people in the world. Change my mind. Spoiler, you can't. Specifically Trixie Mattel and Katya. God, her last name. Samolodjikova. Yes. I have to say it in the cadence of the song, in the rhythm of the song, more specifically, because then it's easier to say. I'm not always, I don't always like all drag queen humor, obviously, because, I mean, they have different humors, you know? They don't all have the same humor. Yeah, it's a bit hard to generalize, I guess, but yeah, some of them are very funny. I agree. Take me home to the beef deli. Beef deli. The grass is missing. No, okay, I tried to do it for Country Road, but it didn't work. I tried to. Yeah, they work in the beef deli from... I was gonna zoom in on him. He's not in this painting. He's in this reference picture that he's there, but in the painting he's not. Because he's not supposed to. Yeah, they're working there now ever since his brother passed away. That is not a spoiler. That happens in before episode 1, actually, so... Take me home to the beef deli from my brother. Do, 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 do. All aunties are clowns. Of course. YouTubers are more clowns than comedians. It depends. You know, there's some out there that are pretty good. But a lot of them are in fact clowns. That is very true. Hey, I'm a YouTuber too. Be nice to me, please. You must be nice to me. This is tenant 1 of the stream. Have you forgotten already? Only niceties. Otherwise, you will be excommunicated. This is in the fine print. If you don't read the fine print, that's hardly my problem, I think. Yeah, it's coming together. It is happening. Oh my god, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. It's happening. This is like incredibly dark underneath here. For obvious reasons. Why the fuck would there be any light down there? There isn't. There's none. There's also some darkness here. These things are darker than that. There's also some of them down here. Lines. Etc. I like etc. It's a fun word. Excommunicated, what are you? The Pope of VTubing? Uh-huh. Correct. Hello. Why was this recommended to me? I wonder. What's this? And why is there a Cage album on the thumbnail? Because, okay, I'll explain it to you. I am making a music video. Kind of. I mean, yeah, it is a music video. I am making a lyric video based on The Bear, the TV show that you also saw in the thumbnail, and for a Cage the Elephant song, for Ready to Let Go from Cage the Elephant. That is what I am doing. That's what I've been doing for 8 parts. We're slowly making progress, you know. It's a long process, especially if you talk the entire time and get distracted all the time. Welcome to stream. Did you hear the word? What's the word? He's a comin'. Who's a comin'? Paul's a comin'. What? I don't know the reference to that. I thought this was gonna segue into the bird. I know the bird. The bird is the word. You know that? But no, it did not. It did not segue into that direction at all. So we're currently doing a little bit of interior shots here and there. Already did a few of them. They're gonna be on screen for like 2 seconds, so I really shouldn't put that much detail into them. But alas, here we are. Once again, as always. There's some shining. There's some light. There's some reflection going on. Why does me getting distracted all the time impact the pace of of the project? Yeah, I don't know, right? It's weird. It's so weird. Distracting yourself all the time with other stuff and not being able to put on, like, I don't know, music or whatever to listen to and just zoning out while doing your project makes it a slower process. I feel like that is blasphemous. No way. Why is that happening to me? So much shiny shit. That's shiny, this is shiny. Again, I don't want to go over the black lines too much because we didn't do that in the other ones too much. There is just a lot of gray in this picture. No way around it. It's mainly gray, which, fair enough. Sometimes that's what kitchens look like, I guess. I'll pick like this one. We need to get rid of some of the red undertones here. Because we put them there in order to get rid of them again, actually. Ah, it's the guy who doesn't like musicals. Of course. Still, a thing that I've heard a lot about and have yet to ever watch. most things in my life fall into that category where I'm like, oh yeah, I've heard about this. I would like this. Will I ever watch it though? Waits to be seen. The chances are not 0, but they are slim. At least it feels like that. Okay, this one is also a little bit brighter. Maybe here to accentuate the fucking light switch. You two. No, not like that though. Not like that. You have something going on here. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what this is. There's just red. There's like pink up there. 0 idea what's going on up there, but we're painting it. It's okay. Experts say no. You need to watch it. It's amazing. I know. But you know, I also need to watch very many hours of Minecraft streaming. So many hours of Minecraft streaming. It's insane. How is one person supposed to be able to keep up with all of that? Shouldn't this be like the same color here? I mean, now it is. Now it is. I want to unify this a little bit more. Of course, there's people here in my reference image, so I can't really see what's going on here. But that is okay. That is okay. There's also a frame around this window. It kind of just looks dark, but it's tiny. Nope. Way, 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 way tinier. Yeah, basically like that. I'll even stream it in the Discord if it helps you watch it. No, that doesn't help. I'm sorry. I don't think that'll help. Because I am good at finding it. Finding stuff. Well, at least it's like a thing that I could easily watch while multitasking. Multitasking is very important to me, as you may know. So that's a plus. That gets it a bit higher up on the I will maybe watch this list. But still, it has a lot of hurdles to pass. Nonetheless, this is a little bit accentuated, but I don't want to use that tiny of a brush. Hello. Hello. Is this good enough? Should I detail this more? Like, it's supposed to be sketchy because it's on screen, very short. But is it enough though? Underneath the bench is also pretty dark. But not as dark as underneath the locker. For obvious reasons. I think this shadow is kind of influenced by Carmi, who isn't here in this version of the image, so I gotta be careful with that. In Shadow the Hedgehog voice. Damn. Thank you for expressing yourself in Shadow the Hedgehog voice and quotes, perhaps. I find that very effective as a method of communication. Oh yeah, this is also... Hello? Okay. Maybe the pen is weird today. Maybe I'm not hallucinating. Maybe I'm actually for real when I think that the pen is a bit weird today. It feels different. Maybe it's because it's cold. Sounds reasonable, right? Sounds possible. Yeah, this could be good. This could be good. Does it look much less detailed? It looks a little bit like prison-y because everything is gray. It's a kitchen changing room thing. Oh, it looks about the same levels of detail as the other inside shots. They just have more shit going on, the other ones. This one has a bit, you know, it's focusing on a scene where there's supposed to be 2 people in the middle here, which they aren't. No, I think that makes sense. I do like this one a lot. I like the paintings from the last day a lot. We did a good job there. Yeah, I think this fits in. The next scene is gonna be very cluttered, though, that we paint, but more difficult in many ways. I might already regret having chosen this reference picture, but it was really hard to get a reference picture of The Office. Ooh, God. Oh boy. I love regretting something I haven't even started doing yet. Ah, that's a good sign, isn't it? That's a great sign. Pen malfunction when weather is too cold? Guess the tablet must be male. Damn. He might be. I don't know. Are you he? Maybe he's he. He could be he. He could be he, as a little treat, you know? Okay, background color, blue, dabba-dee, dabba-die, and then trying to make sense of this reference picture. I could show it to you, but I find it funnier if you just trust me, bro. Oh, what a bad decision. Oh, what a bad decision this is. I wanted a picture of The Office so bad. Because it makes sense, because a lot of stuff happens in The Office. But this show has way too many close-ups, so it's hard to get pictures that are not a close-up on somebody's face. I think this needs to move a little bit. L. Maybe it gets moved over here. If we move a little bit in this direction in general with this reference picture, I would not be opposed to that. I would not be opposed. So there's, again, 2 people in the original shot that I'm taking this from. We're on the floor. And things are not great for the people in the shot. We are experiencing some family trauma, as always. I mean, you know, it's the bear. That's what happens in here. And I'm gonna remove the people from the scene, so I'll try my best to do that. I think I should actually just move everything slightly to the left. Because then, in the left, there's like Carmi is like here. This would be where Carmi would be. Like this much of the shot basically is all taken up by him. So taking him out is kind of a problem for obvious reasons, but I have decided to do this, so I'm going to do this. So there's a desk here, and this is the other side of the desk. Maybe we can move it even more. Just a bit. Desk. There's many boxes everywhere. Which is good, because then I can just fill the Carmi space with boxes and nobody will know. They're not gonna know. How would they know? They're gonna know. No, they're not gonna know. There's a lot happening on top of the desk too. That was also an option that I had. I think I had a shot like of Carmi sitting at the desk that I could have used as a reference for an office picture as well. But I don't know, there was a lot of Carmi in that one too. There always is. There's just a shit ton of paper on here, so we'll get to that when we get to that. There's a little drawer thing. I don't know what's here, because guess what? There's another person sitting here. She is sitting right here. So I'm gonna have to imagine what could be behind her. I'm assuming it's the other side of the table, but it looks very like shallow, so maybe they don't have drawers on this other side and just like a leg, and that goes back there. But this is one box. You see there's another box here that would intercept like this basically. You see, I've chosen the best reference picture for this image specifically. Absolutely not making my life a living hell or anything like that. That would not be a good decision, you know? If you are unable to watch The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals, at least listen to Show-Stopping Number. It's one of the songs that is so gay. Hell yeah. Okay, maybe I should. Maybe I should. I think I wouldn't be surprised if I had already heard some of the numbers before, at least in parts, because it's so popular. Like, I'm on TikTok, and I often hear musicals where I don't know where the fuck they're from. Like, musical numbers from musicals, and I don't know which musical it is. This is a thing that goes into an outlet. Also, there's a thick, like, border around the door. I don't know. Something like that. Jesus Christ. This box goes kind of like this, that. We're just supposed to be boxing in shapes right now, but I'm already trying to get a little bit more details in, so, because otherwise I feel like I'm not gonna be able to read what the fuck is going on in this image. It's already hard, you know? This goes here. That's floor, obviously. That's the floor. Paint in the floor. And then there's more boxes. I think there's a box in the foreground in front of Carmi too. And if there isn't, now there is. It's like slightly alluded to, so I wouldn't be able to tell necessarily. There's a box definitely like here. It's balancing on something that makes it balance like this. And there's like clothes or something on top of here. No idea. It's behind Carmi for the most part. This looks like a shoe. Would there be a shoe in here? Probably not. Maybe we can make it like kitchen supplies or something. And they just build up and build up. Would there be another box below that? Maybe. Something like that. The door is halfway closed. This is the door. It would hinge probably somewhere here. And this is all covered up by boxes. So you see the vision? You see the vision? Anyway, despite me not talking today, I gotta go sleep. You gotta go sleep. You gotta go get your sleep. Have a good sleep rhythm. My sleep rhythm got fucked ever since France. Sleep well. Have a good one. See you around. Thank you for coming. This is where the lockers is. Just outside. This is the locker area, actually. I can see the little thing that was above the sink. Oh god. But we can't see the sink, because that's covered up by this box precariously sticking out to the side. This box is pretty huge, which is good because that means that we can cover up a lot of the space with boxes. And this is just dark. Okay, you're seeing the vision? I hope you are, because it's not gonna get any clearer than this. Maybe like that. Makes sense. Sleep well, sleep well. Did I say hello to you yet? Officially, Joestar? Because hello. Also, hello, Aaron. I need to try and work on backgrounds. Backgrounds are great. Like, I love doing backgrounds, but also I often don't do backgrounds, even though I enjoy it very much. Is this too small? I think I made it a little bit too small. Yeah, that's better. Now, I would not recommend doing the practice that I'm doing, which is just taking screenshots where there's people in it and removing the people from it. I would just keep the people in it. But for my purpose, I need to remove the people. And that is tough. Sometimes we make ourselves tough little work that we have to complete. But then it's rewarding when we actually do it, I guess. So there's an upside for everything. So there's a drawer that's like out of its position. It's opened. It's just leaning in here. It's a pretty not super deep drawer, actually. Good morning, Irina. Hello, hello, hello. Oh no, you missed someone coming in. You got it, gamer. Don't worry about it. You got it. Good morning, Irina. How are you today? I hope you're well. I am struggling with background. Well, I mean, is it a background if there's no foreground? This just is the foreground. I'm struggling with interiors. Although, you know, it's going all right. Struggling is maybe a little bit of an overstatement. Things could be much worse. They're going okay, but it's a process. It certainly is a process. Okay, there's like some writing on here. I don't know. Well, there's like a piece of paper on here that would suggest that writing would be supposed to be on that. There's another box. This one doesn't have the paper thing. But there's papers inside it. Most of these boxes are filled with a lot of papers that these two have to sort through in order to get whatever they are looking for at the moment. There's folders, there's papers, shit tons of paperwork that is poorly organized, and what a pain. What a pain. This is the lid of the box. It's just standing in there. Good boxes, good boxes. Good morning, Bro Dragon. Is it a background if there's no foreground? Too deep for what time it is here. Sorry. Crow says, I'm reading up on the history of LGBT people in Russia, and I want to hear more about that. Your findings, because I am woefully ignorant on that subject for the most part, I think. Good morning, Bro Dragon. How are you doing today? I think there's another box on here. It's like a tiny box. How great. Can't believe it. More boxes. And more papers in the boxes. God, I can't wait to color this. And by that I mean can wait. Would like to wait a little. Also have to wait a little. Yeah, that's sort of what it looks like, I suppose. There's like a big roll of paper here. No idea what they need that for, but they sure do have it. Big roll of paper. And whatever this is, and whatever that is, and there's papers on the wall, and there's a little post-it note here, there's a pin. There's more papers behind them, and more papers, and more papers, and more papers. I think that paints a picture. The English poet George Turberville, who visited Moscow in 1568 when Ivan IV ruled Russia during a bloody phase, was not shocked by the carnage, but about the open homosexuality of the Russian peasants. From Wikipedia. Well, I think things have gotten worse since then, in that specific regard, I suppose. But I don't know when exactly. Somebody honked their fucking horn outside. Rude. I'm trying to focus in here. How dare you? I think this goes sort of like that. I can't see what the fuck's going on up here, so we just do some lines. It's okay, it's okay. I heard the writing on the wall. It's like, it won't go away. Teehee. Whoopsie. Teehee. You're doing well. That's good to hear, Bro Dragon. That's good to hear. So now I have to invent whatever's going on behind the person in my reference picture. I think not much. I think not much is going on. There's a little gap here for some reason, in my mind. And the rest is just the wall. You could maybe see... It's really dark under there, but maybe you can see like a little bit of a line going back there. Something like that, maybe. This is one of the 2 points in Russian history where LGBTQ plus people could just exist, as far as I can tell. Yeah, I see. I mean, in Roman times or whatever, it was also more accepted, I think. But then shit happened and people changed their minds, I guess. So that's another box. This one has a little red line at the bottom. We should just pencil that in very carefully, because otherwise we will not be able to see the actual red. I think it should be about this deep, probably. On top of this box, guess what? There's another box. Indeed, you guessed right. You're very good at this game. Thank you for participating. And you know what is on top of this box? Not a box. It's actually more papers, I think. If I'm seeing this correctly. This box is closed. I think it would end about here, probably. Behind this is, of course, this fucking drawer thing. Nope, that would not be the trajectory of the line, actually. And underneath there is, drumroll please, another box. Christianity happened. Oh yeah, yes, actually. The second time Crow says is right after the revolution, before the USSR became homophobic. Yeah, but Russia came to exist somewhere around the 7th or 10th century. I see. As far as I know, in Rome it was usually older men taking younger boys as their partners. Oh no, that's not great. In fact, it is not very great, and only the socially higher ranking ones were allowed to be the active part. I see. Not as progressive as I'd hoped. I mean, who cares? It's not happening anymore now, but you know what I mean. We're not in Roman times anymore now, is what I'm trying to say. Aaron says, so I've been very behind on the anime that have come out, but I found out that these 2 shows called Shy and Undead Unluck. That's a Shy? Is one just called Shy? And yeah, probably. Shy and Undead Unluck. Undead Unluck sounds funky. Now the problem with this lower thing box is that it's dark. It's basically black, and I cannot see what shape it has. So I have to invent a shape for it. This is the shape I've invented for it. I think that works. Yeah, that does work. Honestly, I do like this. I do like this section already. So I'm glad we're moving. It's moving. It's happening. Everybody stay calm. I shouldn't move this inward too much. It's fine if it's a little bit bigger than in the reference. That's okay. So there's like the door frame. Door frame, baby. Very nice. And that Unlock is such a fun idea of a show. I'm excited for more episodes to come out. Okay. I have not heard about it. I am not up to date with things that are happening in the anime world. Every now and then I will hear of a show if it becomes like super popular, like Oshinoko, for example. I know what that is because it's super duper popular. Other than that, not so much. There's like something's plugged in here. I don't know what the something is. Also, it looks like a pretty thick connection, actually. There's just a little box thingy. Fuck do I know what this is? But it sure is there. It sure is existent. Shy is about a superhero with social anxiety who has to team up with other heroes from another world to face a new unknown threat. Pretty much Bocce the Rock, but with superheroes. But that's fun. What method do you use when you draw? Like the red drawings you make before the actual drawing? That is something I started doing somewhat recently. It's like, technically this is something you would do in actual like painting, oil painting specifically. It's like you do an underpainting before you actually paint to get like undertones. Usually you just make it like sienna is a good shade to use as a for an underpainting. And I just started to always do it in red because I like that. It would make sense to change it every now and then. The red makes sense for human skin. That's what it makes the most sense for, because, you know, we have red underneath, so it makes sense that there's red underneath our skin. For everything else, it's kind of just how I've started doing it, so there isn't really super clear reasoning for it. But I like the idea of just blocking in shapes with a big brush first and then doing the lines on top. It gives you a better idea of proportion. And makes the colors more funky, because there's red underneath everything. Makes things more dynamic, I guess, in their colors. Is that too low? Might be a little bit too low. Also, how the fuck does this even end? I don't know. I think I'll take this and yoink it up a little bit. Yeah, that makes sense. Lift, you raise me up so I can stand on mountains. There's like, maybe this is an apron? I don't know. This is definitely cloth, but I don't know what the fuck the cloth is doing here, and I can't really tell any of the details of it. But let's just put more cloth, because that's a good idea to hide anything that might, like, pose a question or something. Also, if this is standing like that, I guess we would have to, like, put a box underneath here and a smaller box underneath the other side in order to facilitate a tilt this heavy, but I can't see any of this. I have to make it up, you know? I will complain about this till the end of days. And by the end of days, I mean the end of this particular drawing process. We can just do like 2 small boxes, and one of them is inexplicably smaller than the other, and that's why the tilt is happening. Could be the case. Has happened. Many such cases. Hello, Billy. Hello. A bit overwhelmed today, so I won't talk, but I'm here watching from a distance. Thank you for making your presence known. What an ominous way of putting it. Thank you. And I hope you feel less overwhelmed soon. I understand the feeling. I'm drawing boxes currently. Loads and loads of them. Where would the perspective even go here? Let's not even try. Let's just put it like that, and then I don't have to think about that. Easy. No perspective here. They're all just front-facing. This one definitely goes that way already, so that's also not a problem. There's something probably here, but it's gonna be dark, so you're not even gonna be able to see anyway. No, that makes sense. This makes sense. To close my thoughts, Crow says, on the LGBTQ+ in Russia, the homosexual underground from Disco Elysium was and is still real. I mean, yes, of course, even despite the bans in effect, there's still going to be gay people, right? Shocker. Apparently, to some people, this might be shocking. Shocking revelations. We can put a little piece of paper on here, why not? Good, it's happening. Aaron also says, Undead Unlucky is about a girl cursed with the ability to bring misfortune to anyone she touches. Ooh, bummer. Who teams up with a crazy person who's kind of like Deadpool if his healing factor was more OP. Interesting. So he's like, hell yeah, bring some misfortune on me. I like the adventure part of it, I guess. Maybe. Okay, I see that dynamic. I can see that dynamic. And then this line would probably be here. Is it this? Sort of, kind of like that. Just smudge it. It's fine. And then there's some very vague lines in the background because that's extremely blurry because that's very far away. We don't see that. That's nothing. This is nothing. Good. Yeah, I like the composition. I like the composition of this. It's good. Hot gay people in your area? No way. No way. I meant more like the romantic image of it that I have. Oh, fair. It feels so adventure-y and romantic to me. So I'm glad it exists. That is nice. That is nice indeed. Would of course be nicer if they could just exist like without the whole underground part of it. But yeah, I know what you mean. So now it's time to throw some colors on this bitch. Let's go. Oh my god, we've already been here for 1 hour, 40 minutes. It did not feel like that to me. Holy shit. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, he wants to die and hopes she can do that with her unluck. Damn, that's a nice dynamic. I like that dynamic. God, so many nice dynamics going on right now. Right now. In media in general. I love media. Did I ever tell you this? I love stories, dude. Dude, stories are great. I enjoy stories very much. I'm a big fan of that. The most controversial take ever. Stories. You heard of stories, kid? Yep, I think they're pretty neat. They have a lot to offer to us, and I like when they're well done. No, I don't have anything more profound to say about that. That is the extent of my statement. That is where it starts and where it stops. It's just stories nice. I like to enjoy good stories told by talented people. Like collaborative storytelling like D&D is also very fun, right? That's such a like nice experience, and getting to see something like that executed so well is inspiring, in my opinion. In this case, I am, of course, as always, talking about the QSMP, because in a lot of ways, see, those of you who do not know, which is a lot of you, and I understand that, a lot of you who do not know what the QSMP is about, it's a role-playing thing, right? It's a role-playing Minecraft server. It is very much like D&D in a lot of ways. There's a game aspect to it, like, you know, Etoile, for instance, whom I like, is good at fighting in the game. That's a skill that he, as a person, as a player, has, and that translates into the lore for him in the game. And the decisions that people make in the island, they collaborate on their own lore, you know? Do you have a Minecraft girlfriend? No, I don't, but the girls on the QSMP have Minecraft girlfriends, and it's very cute. I'm just a viewer for now, until they inevitably invite me. It gotta happen, right? It's gotta happen. It's only a matter of time. They're gonna invite me soon, right, guys? Right? Any day now, right? Right? This corner over here is very yellow, by the way. Also, hello, Doppy. Good morning, everybody. Hi, gamer. I hope you had a good day so far. I'm having a good time with these interior shots, even though I have to make up a lot of shit because they're not on my reference, but you know. We deal with the cards that we are dealt, sometimes successfully, sometimes less so, but this time I feel pretty confident about it. I was surprised that Undead Unlucky's opening went with a more of an artsy take. Huh, not that I'm complaining, it's a great song and the visuals are cool. Okay, slay, slay, slay. We love the artsy takes, obviously. This needs to be darker, by the way. Quite a bit darker, actually, if possible. It is definitely possible. Either you have a Minecraft girlfriend or you become the Minecraft girlfriend. It's true, it's true, it's true, it's true. You gotta choose. There was a Minecraft breakup recently on the server. A couple days ago, I think. Where, well, two of them broke up. Naming the names for most of you is very inconsequential because you don't watch it. But A. Pierre and Maximus broke up. That was a long time coming, I suppose. I don't know. I don't really follow those two too closely, so I don't really know what the fuck's going on in their lore. I'm trying to understand what's happening with A. Pierre's lore at the moment, but I don't know. He's having a lot of weird dreams in Minecraft. And I don't know what any of that is about, honestly. I've kind of given up. But the most important lore, you know, I'm aware of. The most important lore, of course, being Etoile's lore and Selbit and Baji, because I love them. They're amazing. The funny thing, God, it's so fun. Not Maximus. I don't know who that is. I like that. You should all be like fake engaged in this. like, oh my God, no way, Maximus, really? I really enjoy that. As though you all know exactly what I'm talking about. So the funny thing with Baji and Selbit is, in lore, they are twins. Now, we've discovered this. They are twin siblings, which is crazy. But also, in real life, they look very similar, I feel like. They look very similar. They're both Brazilian. And I have gone to Google to ask Google if they are siblings. Now, because of the fucking Minecraft lore, I can see this Google query becoming very unclear. Like, I see it coming. People are gonna be confused like I was. Like, are they actually siblings? Because they look similar. They could be siblings, in my opinion. And the Google is gonna be like, yeah, in Minecraft, yes, they are siblings, twins actually. And people are gonna be like, oh yeah, okay, I know this now. When actually this is misinformation. They are not siblings at all. I have a girlfriend. I'm learning how to fake engage her. How dare you? How dare you say this? Shaking my head, shaking my head. I'm telling Siska. Screenshotting. Screenshotting the message, telling Siska right now. Telling Siska. I'm tattling on you. Right now. How dare he say this? SMH, SMH. Well, I told everyone. This is a public space, so you're not safe. These boxes are like white-ish. So I'm thinking the Google results for Baji and Selbit are going to be a little fucked in the coming days. I don't know if that's gonna be like that, but maybe they will be. In real life, they're not siblings though. But I love that they're siblings in lore. It's so, like, their lore is so heart-wrenching. It's so fucking sad. It's incredibly sad, and I love it. A lot of the lore is very sad, to be fair. I mean, especially with stuff that's going on recently. But you know, she expects me to be equally invested in the story the 5th time she tells it as much as the 1st time. Well, you just need to be more like me. This is generally always my advice that I give to people when they ask me for advice, which they don't do often for obvious reasons. I'm slightly kidding. You just need to be more like me. That way, when people want to tell me a story, I most likely have forgotten the story. If you've told me the story already, I have probably forgotten most of it, at least for long enough that I will be interested in the bulk of the story. So you can retell the same story over and over again to me, and I will only notice on like the 7th time or something. Word, Zecke. I always think people should be more like me. So true, so true. Except less lazy, so I don't need to work as much. Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. I'm fully on board with this sentiment. I agree. I agree with that. No, I just forget all the time, which actually maybe not the best trait. Especially though when people are like, did I tell you about this and that? I'm like, no, you didn't. And then they proceed to tell me about this and that, and I'm like, oh wait, I think they actually did. But for the most part, there will be new details added every time the story is told anyway, so I don't mind too much. This door frame is like a weird color. It's exactly this color, yes. Like a weird dark blue-ish, green-ish color. Very odd. Valid, real, insane. Sometimes you're just forgetty. And sometimes you forgetty a lot. All of the time. Sometimes you go outside of the house and try to remember, but you fail and you do not remember. Try to remember the tasks that you had to do on any given day, and it is completely impossible until later. And by later, I mean many hours later, you remember all the tasks that you had forgotten, and now it is too late. And then you just kind of sit there like, oh, okay, well, whoops, my bad. Or you're trying to plan, and you have to tell people about your plans, and you think you've told people about your plans, but you have not. Nobody knows your plans. Nobody knows where you're gonna be at what time. You haven't communicated with anyone. Actually, it's a bit tricky from time to time. It can be a little bit tricky. The paper on top of this box is throwing a shadow. In the reference, I'll have you know, the shadow looks a little bit different. But to me, this makes more sense, so I'm doing it this way. I'll do it my way. And now, have a good one. Bye-bye. Ain't that the truth? I fully agree with this statement. Ain't that the truth is a good thing to say. I like saying ain't that the truth. Definitely a Zeckeism of the times. The Zeckeisms change with time. Of course. What color? You're kind of the same color, but that's not good, so I'm gonna change your color into this, but darker. Yeah, that's okay. You can be this. You don't matter. I don't even know what you are. You fucking cloth thing, whatever. Also, what shade of red are the stripes on the boxes? Maybe something kind of like that. Perhaps. Perhaps. Yeah, that's nice. That's good. Anybody else excited for TwitchCon in Las Vegas? Did you? Probably not. We're all on YouTube here. But did you know TwitchCon Las Vegas is coming up? Guess who's gonna be there? It's my Minecraft people. Yay! Oh my god. It's those guys again, as always. Remember when Zecke was able to talk about things that weren't those guys? Man. Nah, me neither. Good old days. Don't recall too long ago. They're gonna be in Las Vegas. Not all of them, obviously. It's like a shit ton of people on that fucking server. But a good few. Some of my favorites. And I am excited for that. Zecke at TwitchCon in Las Vegas. Yep, I'll be there. I'll be there. Hi, Ronnie. I will be there. Meet me. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll be there. Which makes a lot of sense since I don't even stream on Twitch. Can't stop traveling. Truly addicted to it. Truly addicted. Remember when Zecke had a brain cell? You know, now my brain cell is fully dedicated to QSMP. Hope people don't break their backs again. I sure hope so too. I hope there's no ball pit. Like my streamers are Minecraft streamers. They're not that fit. Some of them are, but most of them are not. They couldn't stand the ball pit. They would perish in the ball pit. I hope there is no ball pit. Although I think the streamers that I would be worried about perishing in the ball pit would not enter a ball pit to begin with on principle. So we might be fine. Take enter fixation. Let's go. I mean, it's always the same, isn't it? That's just how my brain is. I can't help it. That's just how it is, and you just gotta keep up. It's the only solution. It's like think of my Minecraft streamers. They can't survive out there. Yeah, exactly. They're only used to block game. They don't have a real life. They're used to left click, you know? That's all they do. They fucking... It speed runs Mario Party. That man would perish in a ball pit. Can you imagine? A man who speed runs Mario Party for a living. There's no way. There's no way at all. Rip victims of the ball pit. Like, for real, though. The ball pit was legitimately crazy and bad. That reminds me of FNAF. In FNAF, apparently, there's a time-traveling ball pit. Don't ask me. I don't know the details. It's something that Calix has told me. Apparently, you can travel through time in the ball pit in FNAF. Calix is wondering if they're gonna incorporate that into the movie. Probably not, I think. But who's to say? I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll have a time traveling angle in there. Probably not, though.
How to summon Tenchi?
How to summon Tenchi? It's tough, especially because he's somewhere asleep. FNAF lore. Calix ain't lying. I know. Calix ain't lying. At least Tumblr's Dashcon ball pit was safer. True. If you ring the bell, you can summon Tenchi by saying a few certain words. His name can be used to summon him, but if he's asleep, you know, he's probably not gonna be listening out for that. If I were to call him, however, he might come, but I don't want to wake him up just to be like, hey, you're here now, and then not do anything with him, you know what I mean? What else? He has trigger words. They're German, mostly. One of the trigger words is literally, möchtest du? I'm looking around, he didn't hear that, very good. Which is, do you want? Literally, he only needs that, and he's like, oh my god, yes I do, and he's, you know, he's on call, he's on duty, he's there, he's ready to rumble. I think I'll make the bottom box a white-ish box again. I don't know, seems correct to me, just vibes based. I feel like, yeah, I think he would react to leckerli as well, which is treat. I think he also reacts to treat. He also reacts to Rausgehen. It's not spazieren. Spazieren, I don't think we say spazieren, so that's fine. But I think go outside. Also. Also one he could be reacting to. Now, he does know when words are directed at him. So I think it might be fine to say them out loud as long as he, doesn't get the impression that this is talking to him. And I mean, it really isn't. So we might be fine, but I would rather err on the side of caution here. Okay. Other words that he knows would be einkaufen, which means shopping. So if my mom says, especially if my mom says that, because my mom speaks more German than I do at home, of course. When my mom says that, he gets alert. He's on high alert, because that means somebody's going to leave the house, which he, of course, has to lament as loud as possible. Don't leave the house. I'm in the house. Isn't that enough reason to stay in the house? Well, Tench, there's no food in the house. We should acquire some new food for the house, we say to him. He turns around. No, actually, you can bring me with you. And then he argues. That's what he does. But he's right, though. He's right. He is pretty good reason to stay in the house. It's true. And he is better at being left in front of the supermarket now. Maybe he does prefer it. I don't know. I wouldn't bring him to our big supermarket, though. There's no space to put dogs there. Where the fuck would I even put a dog there? That's impossible. But, like, if I go to the smaller store nearby, I will bring him sometimes. And just, they have a little parking space for the dogs. It's cute. With little, like, hooks where you can hook their leashes in. So I do that. And he's really chill now. He used to not be able to take that at all. But he's very chill about that now. Literally, the only thing he's gotten better at in his life ever is staying in front of the store. Everything else, he just generally gets worse. But that one, he's better. The house hungers. What is this word, Antje? Stadenboden, Hahnbart. This means nothing. Do not hit me with the gibberish. How dare you? Always work with cats. Must also work with with dogs, with gods. My brain sees that word. It's like, yeah, that's God. Did you know that dog backwards is God? Kill your family, Stacy. I will, God. I don't even know where the fuck that thing is from. It just lives in my brain. It's a reference to something. Just simply do not recall to what. We should get some shadows on that wall, maybe. You ever considered that? You don't know that word? That's a German classic. And yeah, what does it describe? What does this German classic describe then? Is this a good shadow color? Yes and no. Sort of. It's okay. Zecke hasn't seen I have not seen that TikTok. No, I'm unfamiliar. Why has everyone seen whatever the fuck that TikTok is except for me? Well, okay, my TikTok For You page is exclusively Selbit edits, so that might be the explanation as to why I have in fact not seen that yet. Because I don't think this would come up in a Selbit edit. I don't know. It's just a feeling that I have. Somehow I don't think that would come up. No, actually I wouldn't want to draw that there. Only here. That didn't draw anything. That's good. You only know it because of Kobe. I mean, it spreads around. That's how memes and the like spread around. You don't have to get them from the source because other people will repeat them to you. And that's how you know sometimes. Sometimes. That's good. Just like, I wonder what this thing is in the original. I'll just make it a black blob because that's kind of what it looks like. I don't know what the original thing was. Looked kind of like a shoe, but we will never know. It shall remain a mystery. We should honestly make this a bit darker because it's behind all of those boxes and the light sources are not hitting that, so there's no reason for this to be so light. in the reference, Carmi is sitting there. Kobe, I hate autocorrect. What are you trying to say? Is it Kobo? Did Kobo say this? I don't know. Some people will go to the meme well to fetch a pail of fresh memes and then distribute it amongst the peasants who do not have access to the meme well. Yes. I am familiar, of course, with the meme well. Everyone is. That is common knowledge. Does this look good? Do I like this? Do I want more details on any of this? I mean, the desk is kind of all over the place, but the desk is, in fact, pretty all over the place, so that's not wrong. Yeah, it's Kobo. Okay. I'm like, is it Kobo? I don't know. Sometimes you gotta guesstimate. Yeah, no, Kobo makes sense. Oh, wait, this is that. So that should be much darker. Maybe even more darker. The box is also pretty dark. We could shade that a little bit. The next thing we have to do is a portrait again, which I haven't done. Well, I mean, I do enough portraits, don't I? But I haven't done a Carmi portrait in a little while. What if I'm out of practice? I wasn't ever really in practice, to be honest. So that is not a problem then. By that metric, that cannot possibly be a problem. Yeah, this is good. I think the door needs more detail. Come on. Do give me details for my door. I'm not gonna be active in chat. You're playing Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Naochan's story, aka Naoto. Ah, there are so many fucking Persona games. Every time I think I know what, like, I only know the mainline Persona games. That's the only thing I know about. The rest is a mystery to me, because there's so much of them. So many spin-offs and stuff, and then it ties into the story, or it doesn't. It's a lot. I would like some more warm light on this wall, actually, because it looks like it has some, because the light from the desk is shining on there a little bit. Same with this, but that needs a brighter warm light source. Maybe this? Yeah, that's correct. That is correct and accurate and good. You two can have a little bit of warm light. Ah, that's too much. Just a bit. Just a bit. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. The Kingdom Hearts titles are these Kingdom Hearts titles are getting out of hand. Truly. It's like a Street Fighter game. Jesus. They truly do have everything, don't they? Like, oh, you want a Persona version of this? Yes, it exists. It's called that and that. You can find it here and here. Okay, that's good, I think. Especially if we zoom out a little bit, you can see it in, like, comparison to the others. And I think that looks pretty good. It was actually less challenging than I thought it would be to remove those two people from the reference image that I had. I could show you the reference image. Save image as. Yeah, anything will do. I don't mind. Just whoop. There they are. I know I clicked on something else and I lost it. There. Look. Can't really see everything that well because there's people in it. This office has people in it. No way. Oh, there's a Persona dancing game. I know the dancing game. I'm aware of that. Originally, it was called Persona 4 Arena and got a DLC called Ultimax, but the version I'm playing is the remastered version, which is called Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. God, oh, names are so funny. I love video game names. They're great. Yeah, this is the reference. Bye-bye reference. I would love to remove image. Yes, thank you. We are going to go to our next frame now, which is going to be Carmi looking down. Oh shit. The thing is, I got a good reference of Carmi looking down, which is what I need. But technically in the scene that I'm envisioning, Michael is still alive. So this is before the show. So this is when Carmi lived in a place that we don't see in the show. So I don't know if I'll just leave the background like the void, which I've done once. Ish. This is also kind of the void. So I've done it twice. That's also the void in the background. Usually there's backgrounds though, because usually the backgrounds are pretty much in focus of everything. But we could just make it blue in the background. That is absolutely fine. We have that sometimes. So I could just put him in front of nothing. I don't know. Still here, still watching and appreciating. Thank you very much. Void is good, but making it colored void. A colored void. White is depressing. Oh yeah, 100%. White is not... We don't use white in our thing. It would be this void. Also, hello, Siska. I see you saw me snitching. Very good, very good. I like void. Yes, I do. We'll have to see how the composition turns out as well. There's lighting coming from this side, so we'll just use that. I found a pretty good reference picture for Michael, actually, where he's looking down in a very similar way, which I'm happy about, but I'm also scared to draw Michael, because I have never drawn Michael before. We are at 2 hours. I'm not getting to Michael today, which is good for me. You know how it is. Hello, it's Franny's Good Art Intuitions. Let's go! Art Intuitions! Oh god, this guy's here to rain in my ass. Всем привет! Всем привет! Всем привет! Всем привет is such a nice thing to say. I don't know. Sounds good. Feels good to say. Siska! Oh my god, real. So true. So, how do we want to composition our Carmi? I would like to move your face maybe... Oh, knee! Oh, knee? What does that mean? Sometimes I just say, not even words. We need text on this one, right? Like we were. Never close. I don't know what text goes. Maybe there's no text on here, actually. There could be text on here. We could put text on here. But it might be too fast. Let me look at this. Like we were never close. So that's not the text timing. I'm trying to decipher my notes. This is not the text timing that I've written down. I think I've written down the meaning connections. And then the timing with the... Oh, I'm doing... Wait, am I doing it this way or am I doing it that way? Okay. I'm a little weirdo. Okay, maybe that makes sense, actually. But I don't know. I love just thinking out loud without explaining anything. I'm sorry. So, I thought... In my memory, I had remembered that I wanted to do Carmi's face and then his phone. You know, 2 frames. Carmi, his phone. Then Michael, his phone. But actually, in my notes, it says I want to do Carmi, Michael, Carmi's phone, Michael's phone. This is doable, but I don't know how readable it is. Now, the good thing about this problem is that it doesn't really affect me right now whatsoever. I can draw these in any order that I want to draw these in, and once I'm editing the thing together, I can do that then. But, oh, I rotated my thing, that's why it moved. My bad, sorry. But, if we do it like how I intended, Carmi, Michael, phone, and not Carmi, phone, Michael, phone, then we would write the writing on there for sure. Otherwise, maybe not. Yeah, because like we were never close. Yeah, I see my vision. I see my vision now. I understand my vision. Because it is like we were never close. Bum, 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 bum. That's the beat. The bum 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 is in there. And the bum 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 bum, which with no text, is the phones then. And the text is the faces. Okay. Where did I rotate this like 7 times? I see my vision. I understand what I'm trying to do here. No, I'm correct. Still might draw it in a different order, because I don't think I'm prepared to draw Michael today, but, you know, we're gonna have to do it eventually. Cool. Good to know. Good to know that past me had a good idea of what they were doing. God, what an angle of a face. Your face is so angled. Happens. Also kind of tough to put into the frame nicely. So we were like we were never close. Yeah, I think so. Like we were. We'll just put that over there. Because Michael in the reference picture that I have is looking the other way. And then we can put the text there. Amazing. Wonderful. Great. Do I want you to be a bit more like this, maybe? Your shoulders could be here-ish. Other shoulder is here-ish. He's very much hunched forward, obviously. Looking down. That is the point. That's what we want. That's what we need. Still difficult pose a little bit. Like we were never close. Don't you worry, baby. No sense trying to change it. I must strike these matches. This is such a nice reference picture. I never had control. I'm ready to let go. No, was I fooling myself? I must strike these matches. Do, 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 do. I'm ready. I'm ready. I feel like I made him a bit too big though. Although, what does... Yeah, no, we could zoom this out a little bit more. Be uniform, please, actually. Maybe like that. Because there's more hair in the reference picture, and I would like to include that, because why not? Get the hair in there. Hair. Basically like that. That's the general shape. There's neck over here. There's jaw and there's neck. Because this is a very extreme angle of head, etc. He's wearing like a sweater. I'll just keep the sweater. Could put him in something else, but I'll keep the sweater. Doesn't matter. I'll keep the sweater. It's a good sweater. They wear very good sweaters in this show, by the way. That's a very weird aside to mention, but I do want to mention, especially Sydney. Sydney has such a cute sweater, I think, in season 2 at some point. There's like some stitching on the collar that's very unique. Would love to show you, but I don't have that on hand, and I think if I Google it, I'll get absolutely nothing, so alas. I think that's a good size. Okay, are we on the correct layer? Yes, we are. Very nice, very nice. Maybe I should open this in my browser as well, so I can be a bit more zoomed into my reference. That's the thing. Gotta know how far to zoom in, both in your own painting as well as the reference, I think. Okay, so this should be the eyebrow. He's lit very harshly from this side, so that'll be fun to draw in once we get to it. Just that. That goes up like that. His hair goes kind of like down like this. Sort of. I think I'm sketching too thin again, by the way. I don't want that situation again. I'm gonna have to draw over that. It's very, very light. It's hard to tell what's going on exactly with this side of the face. But we'll figure it out. And then his nose goes kind of down here and it's like longer than his face at this angle. Goes like that. Today's Wednesday, right? Calix and I are thinking about going to the local fair at some point this week. Not maybe on Friday, I think was the idea. Friday could be doable, maybe. Fairs are nice. It depends what like rides they have on there, but they have some rides that are nice. There's also some rides that I wouldn't like that I've gone on that I wouldn't ride again. Well, there's one actually. There's one specifically. I think I've complained about it last time already when it was like closer to when I did go onto this fucking ride, because that ride, it's nice. It catapults you into the air, normal stuff as rides should do. Thrilling, good shit, whatever. But also it was built badly. I don't know. It must have been built badly in some sort of way because it kept fucking like flinging my head against hard metal. Not a good experience. Did hurt. Not fun. Definitely not something that you should have to deal with on a carnival ride. So that's one that I wouldn't want to go on again. Even though, you know, there were fun parts in it. But there was also a part of that ride that was like, okay, if I don't make sure that my head doesn't, like, that my head is uncontrolled, I'm gonna bash it into this metal railing thing that's right next to me. Whoa. It's just that you have no neck strength. Excuse me. I think that they shouldn't have built it in a way that it slams your head against metal, okay? Excuse me. But I think that's a pretty normal take. Thank you very much. The child that, like, it was like a 4-seater thing, so there was a mom and a child riding with us too. Like Calix was on the there was an inside seat and an outside seat kind of. I'm describing this very poorly. It's like seat, a little barrier a bit, seat, you know? And there was a metal railing here and here. I was there, the child of the mother was there, and we both complained afterwards about banging our head repeatedly against this fucking metal thing. Very bad. They forgot to measure her attraction too big for a second. It's fine. The kid was a bit short. I actually don't know. The kid might have been a little bit taller than me. But yeah, they put people who were like smaller on the outside of the ride for balancing reasons. But also, we bashed our heads in. Not a good time. I think Calix told me about that somebody actually got injured on that ride, like for real. Later too, but I don't know. Maybe I just imagined that. Don't remember. But I wouldn't be surprised, is all I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't I hear about that? Couldn't I Google that? I will not tell you my Google query, because it will include the name. Unfall. Let's go, Unfall. No, I can't. I don't think I can find anything about it. Yeah, maybe. But also we don't really have good news coverage, so this doesn't really mean anything. Certainly doesn't mean anything that I'm not able to find it on Google. I don't know. I have to ask again. Umfall. It's a Umfall. Umfall. My Umfies. Me when my Umfies perish on the Rummel attraction. Aww. Umfall. His hair is so funky. He has so much of it. There you go. Goes kind of like up like that. Big shapes, big curls, this, that, the other. I don't really know. I think this is also his hair. I don't think you can see his skin again. At least in my drawing, you won't be able to, because I feel like it makes more sense like that. I love... people looking down is actually my favorite perspective of head to draw. In case anybody was ever wondering. Like, a lot of people are partial to, you know, this perspective, like straight on, looking slightly to the left or the right, doesn't matter. But this is pretty good, you know, looking very far to one direction, only seeing a tiny bit of eye of one side, and looking down. Love it. Fall is case. And also fall. Duh, of course. I remember when I had lots of hair, nice big head of curls. Yeah, that's what he has going on. Rip to your big head of curls. It happens sometimes. It happens. Especially when you're a guy, apparently. Allegedly. Allegedly. That's why you gotta, like... you can get a little bit of a prediction going, like if you're going on T, like as in for transitioning, you gotta look at your family's hairlines and see, okay, what am I expected to have to deal with? But I've heard apparently you're not supposed to look for your father's hairline, but rather your like if you have a mother's brother, that's a more predictable indicator of how your hairline is gonna become when you go on T. So there you go. That's a bit of half-baked wisdom that I've heard. Do I have sources for this? Nope. I just have, yeah, my trans friend said so. That's my source. My source is that I made it the fuck up. If you're transitioning other way around, if you're doing HRT, I never know what the fucking... You take testosterone if you're FTM. You take estrogen. There you go. Found it. I keep forgetting what the other one's called. Okay, yeah. If you go on estrogen, do you get more hair? Does that fix your hair loss if you had any? This is a question that I have. And no answer for it. My uncle still has a full head of hair in his 50s. I'm pretty sure I got my father's hairline. Oh, happens. Say testosterone like it's pasta. Good. Was like this, testosterone. My sources that I made. No, I have more of a source than that though. Somebody else could have made it the fuck up, not me. I'm just the messenger of my fake news, or not. I guess it depends. Maybe it's not always your maternal line. Although maybe it's your maternal line if you're, born a woman. Because chromosomes are different. Shrug. I'm shrugging. I don't know. E encourages hair growth, but it does not repair barren hair follicles. I see. Estrogen and progesterone? Yeah, I can definitely say that. It does fix a little if you don't lose too much. After 10 years, bulbs are dead for good. I see. You guys know. I have my mom's pretty high hairline. See, I think, maybe if you're AFAB... No, never mind. I don't know. I don't know about biology, but I'm thinking maybe if you're AFAB, you get your mom's hair situation. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I mean, it's not #1 priority now, is it? When you're deciding to go on age or like doing hormone replacement therapy or anything like that. I don't know. Okay, good. That's good. We have some cheekbones as well that I would like to allude to. But other than that, I fucking loving this drawing. Going great. Loving it. Progesterone. Progesterone, yeah. Or progesterone? Progesterone? Okay, I need to stop. Siska says, I looked like a regular northern German woman, which some might call ugly. What? No way. So anybody calling, first of all, anybody calling you ugly is very misguided, because I've seen you. I can tell that is fake news. And secondarily, I don't know what I picture the stereotypical northern woman to look like, German woman. I feel like I imagine my German teacher who studied Scandinavistic, so like Scandinavian stuff. But Ronnie, I hate to tell you, it might be it sounds like it might be your own wife. So I picture her, and she was fine. Billy says, I even got baby hairs appearing. They're so cute. Ooh, let's go baby hairs. Baby hairs. Siska says, I like to think we're just descended from fish people. That's very Lovecraft of you to say. And I mean that in a derogatory way. How dare you? How dare you? I think the fish people look can be appealing though. Zecke, you're a polyglot. Pronouncing words is supposed to be easy for you. No, it's actually harder because you have more languages to choose from where you're gonna pull your inspiration for trying to say a word from. It's like, do I want to pronounce the C like this, like a German C or a French C or a fucking Russian C? What the fuck would a Russian C even be? They don't have that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's why they're called Fischköpfe. Now I get it. Wow. Billy says I look like a tall tomboyish lesbian from Slovenia. That's so specific. That is extremely specific. Also, I love that I think all trans journeys, no matter from which direction to which direction, go through the lesbian phase. I think. The looking like a lesbian phase, which that technically that doesn't exist because there's no look to being a lesbian, but you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean. Supposedly cold, pale, and pudgy because of the coldness and the wetness. God, gamers, no, do not describe yourself like Lovecraft would describe the people of Innsmouth. That is not how it works, I think. I look like a mess. Now that's a good description. I can get down with that. That's a good self-descriptor. We love a mess, But Scandinavian and Dutch women are supposed to be very beautiful. They have lots of cold weather and sea up there as well. True, right? The math isn't mathing. I need to get a good darker color in here. Also, he's obviously still way too pink. He's very purple in this reference image, by the way, which is how I used to draw my skin all the time. I think because of the way that the show is lit and the colors are done, and also he's in the shade. here, largely. But he looks a little more purple than I would like him to look in my finished product. Is all I'm saying. Like, you can look purple, just not that purple, please. Thank you. Purple. Purple. If you're far enough north or northeast, you're probably Danish or Frisian, either way. Yeah. I had a Danish classmate. I'm not north at all, but we still had, well, I mean, I guess he is Danish. I don't really know, actually. I think he was Danish. I don't know if I'm pretty sure his dad was Danish, but I don't know if his mom was Danish also. But yeah. He was rich. Billy says my daily outfit: jeans and baggies. I avoid being sexualized in any way. Very understandable, relatable, shaking your hand. I don't want the attention to transform into unsafety. Yes, I am very scared of men. Understandably so. I think everybody understands that. Here, at least. Sadly, not everybody in the world, otherwise we wouldn't even have this problem. But yes. That's a bit too bright. Maybe. Just trying to wash out the redness a little bit without introducing the amount of purple that is in my reference image. Reference image be damned. You know, I don't want this much purple. Thank you very much. I mean, it's a purplish. That's okay. I'm Polish, Swedish, German, actually. Yeah, well, meanwhile, we have the two ends of the spectrum. Siska is wearing a pencil skirt and a blouse. You're the office bitch. I love I love how, like, office chic your fashion is now. It's, like, so, like, if you Google office chic, literally an image of Siska will pop up, and I think that's amazing. Because I could never. I would perish. On the spot. I cannot. Ronnie says I'm Italian. A quiz said so yesterday. Oh, mamma mia! I love making fun of Italians. I'm sorry. Italians specifically. I love them. But I also love making fun of them, you know? Let's go. I mean, so is Antoine, the streamer. I'm going for the Einstein look right now. Oh, nice. Too lazy to go to the barber. Let's go. Einstein look? I feel like that could slap. I don't know. I feel like that could definitely go hard. I encourage that as well. I encourage all the looks. I mean, whatever you fuck with at the end of the day. Look, harsh lighting from the left. I will go over the lines with this too, but in due time. Yeah, basically like that. Well, fun, culo. Culo is the same all the time. Are we lagging? Are we lagging? No, we're not lagging. My YouTube preview is lagging. I don't know why. Are we lagging? Because I'm not lagging. Porcorio. I don't know what that is. Billy says I'm only wearing I'm only wearing girl clothes, but they all look a bit like boy clothes, just more pink. That's slay though. That's fashion. That's honestly the thing. Like, girl clothes can definitely be very, like, masculine nowadays, you know, like in our current day and time. Also, I need pockets, please, someone. Well, you've given those up. Like, you've given those up. As soon as you do woman, sorry, there's no more pockets for you. That's the price you pay. I thought everybody knew that, but, you know, sometimes I guess you forget that is the price of admission into womanhood. I want to get man pants for the pockets, but my pants are still good, so yeah, I like tech wear a lot aesthetically as well. I feel like tech wear and stuff like similar to that has a lot of pockets. Like the men's pants and I guess the women's pants there too. Pretty good. I got pockets galore because I only buy from independent queer-owned manufacturers online. You're working smarter. Not harder. All my dresses and skirts have pockets. Damn. Oh, the life. You found a workaround around the pockets tax. I can't believe it. I can't believe you were able to do this. That's wild. Seppo was not able to grow a nice little mustache like Einstein. How do Americans say Einstein? Because I don't know why I cannot picture them saying it right now. Einstein. Yeah, it's like Einstein or something like that. Fucking Americans, right? Yeah, I can send y'all some links, but be ready to pay some money. Yeah, I think that's mainly the problem here, you know? Like, I love the idea of buying from independent queer-owned businesses online, but in practicality, I don't buy at all. But when I do buy, it's the thrift store around the corner, which sometimes has bangers and sometimes does not, and sometimes simply does not have bangers. The heat is in the thrift stores. Well, sometimes, not the majority of the time, especially not in my little town. But you know. It is what it is. I bought a cute denim backpack from Etsy from a girl in Slovenia. It's so cute. It's my only pocket. I mean, you can substitute pockets with bags. That's very true. It's very true and real and doable. So that can be a solution for those of us who are suffering from being pocketless. I recently bought some pants from a thrift store, somewhat recently, that have pockets galore. They're very nice, but they're a little bit thin. Now that the weather is getting cold suddenly, I don't have good cold weather pants, I feel like. But I do have tights that I can put underneath the other pants, so, you know, that works. Oh, that's too tiny. My brush is too tiny. He's lit so aggressively in this shot, by the way, which is very pretty. Also very intense. Not a bad thing. Just the thing I noticed. Thrift store. Oh, poor Ronnie. Unfortunately, I still rely on fast fashion. But for me, fast fashion last year. So that's good, at least. That's very good. I mean, if you buy one jeans or whatever from a fast fashion company or anything, right? And you use it for literal years, then you're not being detrimental to the environment. Obviously. I think that's pretty clear. Do I want to do that like that? I don't know. It looks a little bit too intense. It makes sense, but I kind of want to keep the outline anyway, even though... Yeah, maybe like that. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll think about it because thrift stores are not much of a thing where Ronnie lives. That's sad. That is sad. Well-made crafted clothes are very expensive, but I like to buy less often because they hold for longer. Like, my boots were 300. Yeah, if you have good shoes, for instance... That's nice. Excuse me. I'm wearing, oh my god, don't tell Evan, but I won't be buying new shoes anytime soon. God, I don't know what it is with France, or maybe it's just Evanstown in particular. It might be. But the floors are so slippery. How the fuck do you live? It was absolutely insane. It rained one day, and I was facing death. I was facing death trying to get from one place to another. And yes, that is because the soles of the shoes that I like the most that I have are very, very much not... There's no profile left anymore because I wore them a lot, obviously. You know, that happens. That happens. What am I supposed to do? And I slipped a lot. But over here in Germany, I don't have this problem, okay? Our streets are not that slippery even when it rains. It was just the streets in France. I don't know. Also, Cisco says, Zecke, remember how everyone in Berlin asked me about the sunflower jacket? Yes, I need to get it back. Just take regular pants and wear a layer underneath. Yeah. The cold season has begun, so I'm not taking these tights off ever. Yes, very fair, very fair. In Lisbon, I'd fall down on my butt a lot because the floor is being slippery. Yeah, it's like the floor is protected because it's like old. It's like a... God, what the fuck? Memorial? I guess. I don't know how they call it in fucking English, bruv. Denkmalschutz, so like memorial. I bet they have a better name for it than that. The thing that makes it so that you can't change shit about a building because it's very old and we need to preserve it for the future. But it's literally the floor! People need to walk on that. Just change the fucking floor, dude. I can't believe this. Next time I'll catch. Aw, they're being gay. They're being gay in my chat. I can't believe this. I can't believe you've done this. The French, being more abrasive than Germans, rely on their own friction. They do. They do. I can't believe this. In Portugal, it's a tourist attraction, the Calçada Portuguesa. But when it rains, it fucking kills you. I feel like the floor shouldn't be like that. That's an accessibility issue. Like, literally, it's the floor. Okay, I understand. Preserve your history. Just rip out a piece of floor and put it in a museum somewhere. Or put it on a wall. You know, it doesn't have to be in a museum. You can just put it from the floor on the walls. And then make the floor actually walkable instead. So that people don't fucking beef it in your city. I feel like that's pretty reasonable. I don't know. Not an insane demand to make, in my opinion. Yeah, because the cobblestones make drawings and stuff. Like, it is nice. It is nice. But dying and slipping and falling. See, in Evans City, they didn't make drawings. They were just old. They didn't even look good. So I think, especially for Evans City, they should redo the floor and just rip out some of the old stuff and put it in a museum somewhere to keep it around. Like, just, I don't know, a few square meters or something. Like, if it looks very pretty, I can see the case being made, perhaps, but they need to have routes available where you don't perish when you try to get to the store. Once again, incredibly abrasive takes with Zecke. Not wanting to perish on my way to the supermarket. I don't know. I mean, I never fell. I just slipped a lot, but I didn't fall because I have impeccable balance and impeccable reaction speed. I can slide down a hill on accident and still not fall. It's true. It's true. Also, Lisbon is hilly. I know. So when you're going somewhere and you're going down or up, Ron eventually ends up on their butt or knees. Oh no, gamer, don't. Joestar's like, no, you don't get it. We gotta provide the history on the ground. We don't make change. Never. Gosh, they do. They don't. They don't do change, and they do what you have described. Like, even in Evan's fucking house, they're not allowed to change the doors. Because it's old. It's too... at least, that's what I've been told. The doors are part of the, like, memorial that is the old house. So they can't change the fucking doors. Even though all the doors are kind of like... they're a little iffy. Some of them fall shut and lock me behind them. So I don't know about that. I feel like they should be able to change the doors. Sounds like a hazard. In my opinion. Zecke has clearly never been on Slip and Slide. I have not. I have in fact not. This is true. Siska says, I've been sitting here for 30 minutes at my work PC, dicking around in chat. I should do something maybe. Okay, have a good time doing something, maybe. Ronnie says, the history made me break my break my phone so badly once it started shocking me. Oh my god. Yep, I'm pro replacing the bad floors. In Portugal, in France, and everywhere. I'm sure some German cities have this too. Just not mine. Not mine. Shouldn't the owner pay for new doors then? No, well, they are the owners. they do own the house. But they're not allowed to change it because even though they own the house. You know what I mean? I don't really know. Maybe they could do the locks again? Or something. So I don't know. I'm not too familiar with either French law, with either the French law regarding that, nor the German law regarding that, nor any law regarding any of that, because, you know, I'm not gonna be a house owner anytime soon, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, I think I also asked about that. And that's how I found out that they own the house. The house. We're getting there. This is a very nice, simple page. Love calling them something different every time. Frames is the best way to call these because they are, in fact, frames of a video. But also page, slide, illustration, painting. They all work. This hair is also illuminated from the bright, bright light to his right, my left, our left. So there's a lot like that going on. Even brighter even, but we're dialing it down a little bit, you know? We don't want to be too abrasive with our light colors, because we don't do that for the rest of this usually. Usually go to, you know, Tischler, Schreiner, Restaurateur, and they make some new doors resembling the old ones, but that could be expensive. I bet it probably would be. It probably would be. That's a lot. And I mean, most of the doors are probably fine. It was just that one door, I guess. It's not like, you know, the important doors work, you know? Like, bathroom door works, door to the outside of the house works, you know, the important ones. The important ones are fine, so I think we can, they can probably live with that. Probably. You can put some of the hair color into the brow as well, unless I hate it. And I do, in fact, hate it, and I don't want to do that. Once again, we're at the stage of the drawing where I have to decide how much detail to put into this drawing specifically. I feel like I want to nudge this part maybe a little bit, but I'm not sure. Let me look at you. For a bit longer. No, you do look like that. Let me see. I like to nudge, especially portraits, around a little bit after the fact. Feels a bit like cheating, but as long as you don't, you know, it's not. But also it is not. We're doing digital art. That is just how it works. So I think this is in general a little bit shorter. Also, I tend not to make like huge changes here. Yeah, that makes more sense. So there we go. Ooh, let's do a little stretch. We have like 15 minutes left. Okay. We could do the phone as well, if this is where we are stopping here for the complexity of that one. Deciding how complex to make one of these frames is so hard always. Okay, we want to write the text on it though, so that's something we want to do. Hi Tench. Hi gamer. Hello gamer. Can I touch? I can touch Tench. Hi Tench. What's happening in the gamer brain? Stretchies. The stretchies have summoned Tenchi actually to answer the earlier question. Also, thank you for that donation again. I didn't even say thanks. Can't believe this behavior. To answer the previous question, stretchies can summon the Tench. This is actually a true and proven fact because he likes to stretch with you. The boy has awakened. The boy. Also, holy shit, this frame looks very good. Yeah, I like it a lot. I do like it a lot. It's a nice reference that I had. Like we were. Boop. Again, text appearance is subject to change. Might get animated, but might also not. Denji, he's leaving me. He's walking away. Like we were never close. Technically, he's looking at his phone, so we could do some blue light from the bottom. We could try anyway to add some of that, because it would make sense. That's your lip. I don't know how that would be lit actually. Just like a tiny bit of an allusion to that, you know? Something that you would... You blink and you miss it, that sort of thing, you know? If it's the bottom, I guess you would be lit. The shadows would be lit, basically, by the blue light from the phone. Yeah, you can barely tell. Like we were never close. Don't you worry, babe. That's too much. That is too much. Just do a little bit. Do a little bit. You don't have to do the most. There you go. Subtle. Subtle. He came only to say hi. He came to stretch with me. It's important. He loves to stretch. It's his thing. Damn. Yes, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. There's just 2 frames that I don't like too much in here, but the rest... We are vibing. We are vibing. We are vibing. Okay, I have 15 minutes. I can definitely do a phone. Now the thing is, I don't have a real reference for this shot. Even though I'm sure I could have gotten one, but I feel able to just draw a phone in somebody's hand. Now, which hand are you holding it with? What are your tattoos on this hand? What should the angle be? There are some questions here, but we can definitely start. We'll see how far we get in our phone endeavor. Background is this, 2, 3, and let's try and block in those shapes. So he's, I had it written down. I'll just look at that instead. Instead of thinking, I'll just look at that. So if he's looking, it should be going that way, because he's looking that way. Does that make sense? Not really. Shouldn't it look that way? I mean, it doesn't really matter. Hand tattoos are so cool. Yeah, we love hand tattoos in this house, but he has them like only on the back. I don't know if you would see much of his hand tattoos here. Hand tattoos are great. I'm trying to imagine like a camera angle. He has it in his right hand, so it would point in this direction, no? Yeah. Maybe it would. So, what's on this? It's his lock screen, right? I would do the lock screen, whatever. I will just Google like a default lock screen, I guess. Oh, this might be trickier than I thought because we have no reference pictures whatsoever to rely on. So it would be in his hand. That's one thing that we do know. And the text, there's no text. And the text, there is no text. I forgot, because we're drawing this a little bit achronologically. We're going to have to move this around once we draw Michael, but I don't want to start drawing Michael now. How does a person hold a phone? I have a phone. Like that, okay. Oh, Evan is texting me. Okay. Okay, can you also hold it like this? Yes, but it's less likely. You would be hovering it like that, so. Okay, I'm thinking. How's the animation going? Well, I mean, it's not, like, animating, but it's definitely going. It's going well. I'm happy with the pictures we have. And we're slowly making progress, even though it is a slow progress, because indeed, it's a lot of work. So he would probably hold it, you know, he's a bit high-strung. He would probably hold it in a way that's a little bit more secure. Meanwhile, Michael needs to hover over the call button. I didn't see my index finger, question mark, at all, so you won't either. His phone is pretty big, though. I do have a reference image where he is holding his phone. It's just an angle that I cannot use. Yeah, but here he's like going to call somebody. You can actually see his lock screen in the reference image that I've pulled up, so that's pretty helpful. But yeah, he's going to call somebody, so he's holding it a bit differently. Yeah, I think it's pretty, I don't know how small or big it's in his hand. Let's just make it like a normal size for a phone. 1, 2, no, phone screen, 3, and the third one is, I mean, maybe the fourth one is kind of peeking out, perhaps. That's a hand. Where do you go from here? Depends. I'm going to hold my phone again. Yeah, I mean, it could be bent either which way, but I think it going out further to the right makes more sense. Also, still figuring out the perspective on this. As you do. I think going like that makes the most sense for the perspective that we're going for. Also, maybe it would be a good idea not to cut it off as much as I am, but I don't know. It feels a bit weirdly cut off. We could put it like this much further up and basically see more of the entire hand, but I don't know if I like that or not. I don't know. I do not know if I like that or not. Yeah, I know you rotate it. Rotate yourself back. Get a grip. It's fine. This would be like a more straight line. Fingers. Oh yeah, don't I? How do I hold my phone? Once again. Okay, it's just like that. Okay. I keep picking up my phone and putting it down in order to check. It's less bent, but, you know, his hand would be a bit bigger than mine. Although he is a short king. He is a short king. He's like 170 centimeters tall. That's still 10 centimeters taller than me, but, you know. He is, still qualifies as a short king. We're almost in the 60s with those levels, with those numbers. I don't know why I'm carving this out in this level of the painting right now. You wouldn't see this much, but maybe like that. I am struggling with conceptualizing this. We could make the phone longer. Yeah, maybe. He's a dwarf. Not quite. Did you know? You don't even know who any of these people are that I love to talk about all the time. Did you know that Squeezy is actually quite short? Whoa, no way. Wait, I wonder if I can find a picture that showcases this. Squeezy is a short king, and I'm glad for that. Squeezy is basically French PewDiePie. You know, biggest YouTuber in France. Squeezy height, as far as I know. He's quite short. I've seen people say that he's like 170, 169. I saw some source claimed he was 165 actually, which huge if true, but I don't think it's true. I just want a picture where he's like standing around, but it's weird to Google that, you know. I just want a picture where he's standing around, okay? I don't know, I don't have a good picture. Like, if you just Google Squeezy, you just get headshots. Biggest, but shortest. Indeed, probably. He's such a little guy. I love that. I love when men are short. Oh yeah, there's some Getty images of him. Let's go, fashion. Okay, I'm showing you a picture. God, this picture's so small. Well, just like him. Anyway, I will get this. I will show it to you because this is important. I don't know where he is. I don't know what's happening, but there he is. You can tell this is a short man. You can tell. It's the biggest in France, but definitely not by height. Oh, my cursor was on it, but not for you. Look at him. He's also pretty buff, I think, but this picture doesn't show that off very much. Look at me just Googling pictures of Squeezy on stream. You know, what else? What else do I have to do? This guy looks like a dude, doesn't it? Doesn't he? Looks like a dude. Buff, I think? No? Isn't he? A bit? He's like... me going to Google Squeezy shirtless like a normal person. Right, this is this one picture that has been floating around of him recently. I've been seeing this one a bunch. Do you want to see a shirtless guy? I will show you a shirtless guy. Fuck, it's a web PD file. Can I show it to you? Yes, there you go. Shirtless guy. That's him. Like, he's buff. He's buff. Like, you know, he has a six-pack. Like, he's not like swole, but you know, there's some muscles in there. Maybe he doesn't do leg day very often. Who likes to do leg day, you know? Yeah, this picture. It's a funky picture. Anyway, he got them gains. He do. Small men gotta get them gains. What did I come back to? Hi, girl. We're looking at Squeezy. Because he's short, and I like that, and I wanted to tell you about this discovery that I had. Because, I mean, of course I knew that he was short. He's one of the biggest YouTubers in France. France. I knew that he was short, but I didn't know how short, so I Googled it. Google was a little inconclusive, but Wikipedia says... I think Wikipedia says 169. So that might be the truth. I've seen various claims around in there, and that makes sense to me. Like day wins the day. Short king, let's go, short king! Short king! We love the short kings here. 100%. Okay, I expected more from buff. I'd say athletic, but that's semantics. Yeah, it is definitely semantics. I should have said athletic is a better word for it, though. Athletic is a better word to use. I just don't know words. That's on me. That's on me, gamer. How does your phone look like from the bottom? What phone do you have? Oh, this looks like my phone, almost. Maybe. It's definitely something like that. Just draw my phone then. My phone for Carmi. Hey Yoit! You missed you. Hello, short VTuber Zecke. 169. Nice, nice indeed, right? Hello, welcome. Did you miss shirtless Squeezy picture, or did you arrive while shirtless Squeezy was on Squeezy on Squeen, or did you get to see that still? Either way, that was what we were looking at the second. And now we're trying to draw this little phone, but I don't think I will complete this today. I think I will only. Are they rounded? Yeah, my phone is wicked rounded. Okay. Me when I've never seen a phone before, but suddenly have to draw one. Oof. Tough challenges. Tough challenges all around, truly. It looks like a little brick. Who the fuck paints phones anyway, right? Like, that's not a thing I do. Why would I know what they look like? I just look at mine, like, for 8 hours a day. I miss everything. Aww. Also, day 273. There was another person asking about Twitch, though. You know, recently. So maybe, and I watch a lot of Twitch streamers at the moment. Okay, what does the bottom of my phone look like? Really doing the work. But I'm glad you check in either way. Don't worry about missing things. I mean, aside from shirtless Squeezy, that is of course kind of important. Kind of important. Big ups to the Short Kings in chat. 1,000,000%. Short King supremacy. Like, I see myself in that. There will be a number here. What time of the day should it be for somebody to be waiting for a call and the other person to not reciprocate it? And also the lighting was as described in the previous scene, so it should probably be like morning or midday. Morning, maybe. Could have been like morning light. Maybe it's 10. I feel like 10 is a very innocuous time. That doesn't really, you know, tell you anything. And then it's a day as well. This is the background that he has. There you go. It looks like a phone. That's okay. Things looking like a phone. I'm fine with that. What does your thumb look like from the side? And by your, I mean mine, but I also mean thumbs in general. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting on board with this. I like the way that the phone looks like. I am getting on board with this. Do I need to get your tattoos in here? You have a tattoo on this arm. I just can't tell from this angle. Do I have a better angle of your arm here? I have a feeling the answer might be no. And that's okay. I'll just have to look that up between streams, maybe, perhaps, potentially. It needs to be either 5 minutes before 10 in the evening or 8:59. I don't know why I decided to read the first one in the most complicated way possible, but that's just me. You very rarely see the inside of someone's arm in a TV show. Here you would be able to if you wrote. Oh, that's a right arm. This would be the right arm. Carmi's right arm. Let's go. There's a fish on there. I found a reference. I found the perfect reference image. So like about here, there's a fish. About here, there's a fish that goes like out of frame. Okay, cool. Nice. That's all that you would see from this angle, I think. He has very sporadic tattoos after all. But the style is growing on me more and more of his tattoos. How does that look like? Wait a second. Very little. Small. I'll just do like the tip of his finger and erase some of the red around it because it just doesn't make sense anymore. But it looks kind of weird, doesn't it? It looks kind of weird. Oh, wait. Actually, let me grab my phone again. Yeah, you could like bend it over there even. You could like go, you know, like clasp it around and make it go like this so that it's like bending. Yeah, no? Yeah, that makes more sense. I think for the height of the finger. Too bad that I draw with my right hand. I need to take this off all the time. Yeah, they do bend around it a little bit. Makes more sense. Hey, Zecke, and good luck. Hey, good luck to you too. How's your running going? I hope the running's going well. I'm rooting for you with your running. Also, I'm glad about recognizing the Pomni fan art because I did, in fact, not know what that was when I saw it first, but then coincidentally, me and Calix watched the first episode, or is it the teaser? While we watched that, with Pomni and everything. I'm just gonna lurk as I make an essay about artificial intelligence and machine learning for school. Ooh, okay. Let's go. I hope you have fun with that essay. Yeah, we're also almost already done for today, because the time is approaching. It's a pilot episode. Okay. Yeah, you're technically also bent. Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense. If I'm holding it like this, no. It also needs to be bent more. That's life. And as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on a dream. I do like drawing fingers in perspective because they have the fingernails that are very helpful for illustrating perspective on fingers. Because you can see, depending on how the fingernail is, they look so uniform. But my fingers look like that when I'm holding a phone. Apparently. And where's my index? Just kind of points. But it's kind of a bit lower, actually. It's like this, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. Where's the bottom? Oh, that depends. Okay. We'll put it like this. Okay. Oh, AI and machine learning is a fun topic until it comes to art. Like, they can be, yeah. I mean, there's a lot to talk about with all of these, isn't there? For an essay, I can definitely see myself going off in an essay, especially for school. Love going off in essays for school, especially in English class. Oh boy, when we had to write essays or short stories or anything in English class, you know my teacher is getting like the essay of my lifetime. I'm pouring all my creative writing spirit into this essay. It doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter what the subject matter is. I will make sure to be the most eloquent motherfucker because I have to show off my impressive skill set. Short stories even more so. But the short stories also need to be traumatizing. Poor teachers. I feel like that's a common English teacher experience, is having students write traumatizing ass short stories in class. Yeah, but I like this frame. It's a good frame. I was struggling until we lined it, and now I'm not struggling anymore, so it's pretty good. Time for you to leave? Oh my god, me too in a second. Have a nice day, Billy. See you around. I will be also leaving soon, but not quite yet, because, oh no, low battery. Because we're gonna recap first. I stabilize my smartphone with my pinky at the bottom. Yeah, right? I do that too a lot, but when, like, he's not using it, right? So he's just like looking at the lock screen and staring and not interacting with it. I think for Michael, I will make it so that, you know, the pinky's on the bottom, the smartphone is resting on the tips of the fingers, and so the thumb can hover over the call button, because that's when I like using it. I wish I had that kind of passion for writing. Writing is so fun. Writing is the #1 time killer, 100%. If you have like a lot of time to kill, reading #2. Writing #1. It's like, oh, whoops, 3 hours are gone. Whoops, 5 hours are gone. It happens all the time. Okay, let's run it down. Get some coffee, Wolfie. Get some coffee. Let's run it down one more time. And then we're peacing out for the day. And then I'm installing Ace Attorney games. Sun went down over Pompeii. On both sides of I was broken. Oh my, I'm the one trying to hide this damage done. One day, all our secrets will be spoken. As we slow dance, I became your statue frozen. Arms are wonder, are we just a puff of smoke? Yeah, underneath this bed of ashes, still withholding everything. Like we were never close. Is then Michael. And then ba-bum is the phones. I should put a screen in there in between maybe, so I know that Michael goes there. I mean, I can see that in my notes too, but you know, this way I know. This way I will know. God, it's so good. Let's go. I love these. I love this art. Yay! It's coming along. It's so long now. It's progressing. Let's go. Whoop, whoop. Are there gonna be transitions in the end? I don't think so. I think it'll just be like cuts straight up. Probably. But we'll see what flows the best. Because it's pretty quick, right? I feel like it makes the most sense. But I might animate the text. Unless it's also, you know, too quick. But I might want to, like, wiggle the text a little bit. That's the thing. And for some frames, I want to do actual animation. But we're not there yet. So, you know, I want to animate some fire. And I might animate the smoke, right? The smoke might be animated. But we will see. Do the Windows Movie Maker transition. But put some zooms. Just put some zooms. Go like, zooms. The star one. Or like PowerPoint transitions. Yes, all of those. I think they're all great ideas. Amazing ideas. Also, Crow said I started RPing in a style of Disco Elysium in your Discord server. And like, this is fun. Let's go. RP. Let's go. I'm pro RPing a little bit. Let's go. Let's absolutely go. Okay, I am heading out for the day because we've done a good amount of work. We did 1, 2, 3, 3.5 paintings. That's pretty good. That's a good quota. We've hit our quota for today. Again, maybe I will have done some without streaming it to you by the next time. Probably not, though. Because I'm drawing other things while I'm not streaming. So, you know, we'll see. Hi, Creepy. I arrived at the leaving point. Yes, you did. But hey, you arrived at all. So that's good. That's nice. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for checking in on the stream. I appreciate, as always. I hope you have a nice day. Tomorrow we'll do Ace Attorney. And that will be great. And now you gotta find other stuff to listen to. Let's go. Adios, amigos. I will see you on various platforms that I have. See you on the Discord. See you on Twitter, as long as that's still a thing. And thanks for the streamer. If you had fun, yeah, I had fun. I had great fun. And I'll peace out. Bye. Goodbye. Ciao. Auf Wiedersehen. Paka. Etc. Etc. I'll check on Tenji now to see if he wants to do a walkie. Whatever you do, do not spoil yourself. For Ace Attorney? Oh, I'll be careful. Don't worry. Don't worry. Bye.